All right. Looks like we are live. What is good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to the stream. Today we got a great Monday for you guys. I actually thought that I had to go do something, but it'll be this Friday instead. Shoutouts to Caitlin and Justin with the 20.
I cannot wait. It's been so long since I have been this excited for a system launch.
Yes, sir.
Are you getting the GameCube controller? I keep going back and forth on it.
Yeah, am I getting the GameCube controller? I think I'm getting the GameCube controller, but I don't know if I'm gonna get it day one. Like, I'm not like the most excited for like the GameCube games coming out. Don't get me wrong, but I've already played all the GameCube games, you know. So I'm not like super excited for like the GameCube, and so like I'm excited for it, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, like I have to play everything day one. So I'll probably not get it. But I'll get it down the line because I love the GameCube and that controller seems really good. So I'll definitely get it down the line at some point. Shout outs to Justin. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the big $19.92 to Kirby 1992 Dono. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. Combo Breakers in the house. Shout outs to Chris the Shiner Dog with 9 months and Jay Will presents with the 24 months. Pure Eye Boys in the chat. Let's go. Shout outs to Justin. Shout outs to you guys. Appreciate y'all coming through. Clabby was here first, though. Shout outs to my man Clabby. What's good, Clabby? 94. Good to see you here. Banana Slammer. David V. I don't think I'll ever forget the Banana Slammer. Put the Banana Slammer on her. Cold K. Orlando Ramos. Rather have rare replay. I don't think it's a rather. It's more of like a everything. You know? It's kind of like they're going to probably do more. You know? It's going to be like a buffet. Like 2 cake mean, you know? 1 month. Yes, like this is probably the most excited I've been for a console launch. I'm actually more excited for the Switch 2 than I was for the Nintendo Switch. Like the Switch 1, I was excited for the Switch 1. Like, don't get me wrong, I was hyped for the Switch 1. But the hype for the Switch 2 is considerably higher because we have way more content. Like, we just have way more content compared to Switch 1. I mean, although I was very excited for the Switch 1 launch because of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, but with Switch 2 you have so much more in terms of first party content to look forward to, and you finally have a system obviously with the from the technical aspects it's going to be really good. So yeah, man, super excited. David V is here. What's up, David V? Dr. Smooth, Flydius, McCormick, let me know what you guys are most excited about when it comes to Switch 2, and let me know what your most excited or most hype systems were for launch. For me, the Switch definitely is up there. I was excited. I was almost always excited for like every Nintendo system, obviously. But for me, like I couldn't afford it, but I was super hyped for the PlayStation 2, even though, I mean, I couldn't afford it. But that got me super hyped. I was hyped for the 360, but I couldn't afford the 360 when it first came out. GameCube, I was super hyped for the GameCube launch. I couldn't afford it when that came out either. I wasn't able to start affording systems like at launch until the 7th generation. That's when I was able to actually, okay, I can afford systems. The 6th generation, I couldn't afford stuff at launch, but the 7th generation, so like the early 2000s is when I started actually being able to like afford stuff. And then by 2005, 2006, I was okay. I mean, I was still broke, but I was okay to, you know, just put away, you know, a check or two and be able to afford one of the shiny new systems. Although I didn't get the 360 at launch, I didn't get the PS3 at launch. I only got the Wii at launch. I could afford that. I couldn't really, and there wasn't really any games for me to get like the PS3 or 360 at launch. But I was excited for them. I just couldn't get it at launch. Shout outs to General Zamora. What's up, General Zamora? Dr. Birdie's here. Shaw X. Chris the Shriner Dog with the $5 holla. 24 on the board. Yo, we are already moving along. And we've got already an extension. Let's go. 15 minutes extended on tonight's stream. Let's get it.
Overclock Buster!
Yes, sir. Overclock. Next one up at 30 minutes, or at 30 on the combo board. 3-0. We get a 30-minute extension. Let's get it, baby. We're already almost there. 24. Jeffrey Tucker. What's up, Jeffrey? Life Will Change. Shaw X. Dr. Birdie. Monado Mario. Red Crimson Gaming. 1 month away from Austin. This is another possible full meltdown for Switch 2 haters. Maybe. Dude, I just got the Sega controller for the NSO, born in the early 80s. Yeah, I know I'm late to the game, but I've got the nostalgia for the Genesis. Hey, it's all good. Heck yeah. Justin and Kent with the Ninja Peach.
I have 2 extra launch games. I'm going to be playing Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and Pokemon Scarlet. I never played them except I played Violet, but Scarlet should feel new with the update.
Honestly,
Wow.
there's 4 games that actually there's 6 games that should feel completely brand new at the launch of the Switch 2. 6 games from previously released on the Switch. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right? Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom and Link's Awakening, so that's 4. Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. So that's actually, yeah, that's 6. There you go, that's 6. So 6 games, I'm doing it weird. 6 games should feel completely fresh and new that were on Switch 1 because of the updates, because of those updates to those games. So yeah, that's also another big, boon for the Switch 2, to have those updates. Shout outs to Justin and Caitlin. Thank you for the $5. Appreciate that. Adding on to the Hokage lead. Anybody does 25 or more, you get my man Justin on the board. Hey, yo. Thanks so much, Justin. I appreciate that. Big love, like always. Let's see here. Bought a GameCube trading. Bought a GameCube for cheap. Yes, sir. God bless the junkies. Hey, man. Got to get it done one way or another. One way or another. Soccer Star, what's up, man? Yeah, 4 months for the Taiwan peeps. Shout out to Soccer Star, long-time elite ninja here in the village. What's up, Party Man? What's up, Epic Globster? Welcome. How are you guys doing? What's up, Yak Diesel? Wii was my most hype. I know Switch 2 will be better, but Wii Sports at launch was something else for at the time. Yeah. I mean, it was cool and it was definitely hype, but it ain't more hype than Mario Kart World. It ain't more hype, for me at least. It ain't more hype than Mario Kart World, Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong Bonanza. But yeah, Wii Sports was definitely hype. It was definitely cool. But yeah. Also, shout outs to Justin and Caitlin with the 10.
Also,
what?
Shout out to my wife today. Is her birthday. Can I get some Tekken music?
Oh, shout outs to Ms. Caitlin, Mrs. Caitlin, I should say more like it. Yeah, there's Tekken music playing right now, but I'm gonna play my favorite track. That I think that this would be a cool dedication track to your awesome, lovely wife. But this is the track that I think is awesome. So it's called Snow Globe. No, not Snow Globe. It's called is it Snow Castle? I think it's Tekken Snow Castle Tech. Is it called Snow Castle? Winter Palace. There we go. Yeah, Winter Palace Snow Castle. Snow Palace. I don't know. It's something called like that. Anyway, it's from one of my favorite Tekken games. It's called Tekken 5 Dark Resurrection. This is when I first started getting into FGC. My friend Andre beat the #1 player ranked in the world, and we went nuts in our dorm room. I was at his dorm room. It was 2007. I remember we just got to Fresno State, and I would watch him play fighting games all the time. We'd argue about games all the time. And that's when I first started really getting into FGC, because he was hardcore. He would go to Evo and all that. And he used to use this Lily. Cyber Taurus with the 25 as well, finding the opening thread.
Super hyped for June 5th and took 3 days off work that week.
Woo!
Hope everyone's been doing well.
Yes, sir.
Also, happy birthday, Mrs. Caitlin.
Yes, absolutely. Happy birthday, Mrs. Caitlin. Appreciate you. Appreciate you like your husband is goated. But this is a great track. So, if you ever learn how to play violin, Justin, if you can ever be romantic and play violin for your wife, you can learn this track. Good luck. Good luck. The violin goes hard. I'll replay that part. I don't know how those people play it. Shout outs to Cyber Taurus. Appreciate you. Let's go. Thank you for the big 25. Big love. Justin, of course, extending that lead to 35. But we're going to get my man, Big Cyber Taurus, on the board here with the biggest singular dono with the 25 opening thread. Let's go, Cyber Taurus. Anybody does 25 or more, you can beat out Cyber Taurus on the Stream Ninja board. Of course, 35 for my man, Justin. Let go. Appreciate you guys. Let's get it. And of course, we've already unlocked that hour. We playing all the notifications today, baby. Let's go. 1 hour extended. Let's get it. Also, and Tokas with the 46 months. Shout outs, man. Thank you for the long 46 months. Super Christian Miro says, numero uno, baby. Uno mas. Arkham's Grim with the 2 months. Hey, yo, let's go. Shout outs. Old Man and Dorf Zelda Mario free updates. Yes. If you have NSO plus expansion pack, it's no additional cost. I don't like to use the word free because it's not free because you have to pay for it, but there's no additional cost if you want the Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. If you have the expansion pass. Not the regular NSO, expansion pass. I'll continue to use my current Tears of the Kingdom file on Switch 2, right? Yeah, you can use your current file, but you have to either buy the upgrade for the $10 or you have to, get the expansion pass and you'll get it on there. And yes, you can move over your save file, no problem. You can move over your save file. Big love. Shout outs, guys. Let's go. 64 on the board. We've already unlocked. But can we go further than beyond, baby? Let's go. I'm most excited for Soul Calibur 2. Nice. Let's go. Shout outs. Pro Joe. I played the violin in high school. Great times. Did you really? Interesting. I don't know if you're being serious, though. Man, the basketball game today is kind of frustrating to follow. Knicks are losing by 21 points right now. It's a long series. What's up, Mr. Davis? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Slate Hood? What's up, Mustache Man? Big love. Let's go. Big love. Gaming Manor. What's up, Gaming Manor? Good on this podcast, but I was so on the fence about keycards. Still waiting for you in the Cats video. Before there's really nothing to wait on when it comes to decide. Like, you shouldn't buy a keycard based off of what any YouTuber says. It should be based off of what you think personally. But it really shouldn't be based off of what a YouTuber says, because it's very cut and dry in terms of keycards, guys. It's a little shell of a card, and essentially it gives you the ability to download the game, but it's not tied to your account.
Thank you for the
It's just a
music.
digital
I'm
download.
going to go. I'll catch the replay, and there's really no reason to own an Xbox, is there? Lol.
Unless you like the ecos, like the achievements and all that, and like the controller. Yeah, that's the reason why that I would say to own one. Shout outs. Hey, yeah, and enjoy the birthday with the wife, man. Tell her from everybody here in the village, we all wish her a lovely and beautiful happy birthday. I hope you guys find many, 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 many more birthdays and happiness for the rest of time. Let's go. Shout outs. Also, Antokas with the $5 holla says, would love Final Fantasy 14 on Switch 2. What do you think the odds of it happening? Likely, because they actually said that they wanted to bring it over. I think they were waiting for the Switch 2 and that extra horsepower and all that to get that done. So that is likely. I would guess that Final Fantasy 14 will probably be an announcement sometime this year or early next year. Likely. Shout outs. Thank you so much for the $5 holla. Once again, we going. Almost hitting that 100 for that bonus stream. Okay, you don't troll. Nice. So why do you think PlayStation is going fast with price hike? Sony's not announced any new price hikes. Or are you asking, like, do I think Sony will? Yeah, probably. RT showing his Frontier, and that reminds me of Homer Simpson's fat back meme where Simpson looks nice in the front, but in the back it's full of fat. Yeah, because this Calderos and a lot of the other regions were actually pretty spooky. They're pretty spooky. But yeah, look good in the beginning in the front. Kind of a little sketchy in the back. But yeah, like I was saying with the big love to Antokas and big love to Justin and Caitlin. Shout outs, appreciate you guys. But yeah, you shouldn't really buy it based off of what any content creator says. It's like, listen, if you want to have the ability to buy or sell like essentially a digital game that works like a physical game, then buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, then get it. So if you think that you might want to sell the game in the future, buy a game key card. If you don't care, just buy it digital or don't buy it at all. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, should have muted my mic. So that's really what it comes down to. If you think you're gonna sell the game in the future, then get the key card. Then get it. If you rather have the convenience of digital and don't mind it being tied to your account and don't care if you sell it or not, have like no ownership over it, then I'd just say buy the game digital, or just like I said, or just not get the game at all. But that's essentially how they work. That's how it is. It's not tied to your account. It's tied to that cartridge that you have. It'll install on your memory card or on your flash memory, but it's not tied to any type of account or anything. So that's really the gist of it. Thank you so much. I appreciate thank you. Shout outs to Rax. What's good, Rax? What's up, Nick93? What's up, George? What's up, Christian? What's up, Johnny? Dior, 90s handheld gamer. Yes, I'm getting ready for Switch 2, man. It's gonna be great. Digital's easy for game share. You can't lose it. You can lose a key card. I mean, we're not basing it off of you losing games. So yeah. So we're not basing it off of that. But yes, with that key card, you cannot do the whole digital share program. It works like a physical game. So it works, the key cards work just like a physical game in that respect. Physical games, you can't do like the digital sharing thing. You can still do game share if the game supports game share, but you can't do like the digital sharing that Nintendo showed recently, like the big update. Shout outs to Rob the Bar with the $5. I just wanted to say, really enjoying your streams leading up to Switch 2 release. Hoping we see third-party games get updates day uno like Hades 1. Yeah, we'll see. Hades 1, that might be able to just run at a lock 60 without any type of update or anything. So we'll see. Because it's software emulation. It's not native backwards compatibility. In like the same respect as like Wii to Wii U or like DS to 3DS or like Game Boy to Game Boy Color or like pretty much anything. Nintendo's never done this type of backwards compatibility. This is the first time ever. What's up, Dank? You went too hard on the RPG fanfic from NY, but nah, that feet ending was eyes emoji. What's up, man? Yeah, that was pretty funny. The Celia feet OnlyFans stuff was pretty funny. Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I went out on RGT because he always teases us for not completing the game yet. But I mean, he's put 70 hours into the game and has the game beat. I've put 70 hours into the game, and I'm on like chapter 6. So yeah. And I think I have more of my Frontier nav done than him. So I'm just getting started. But yeah, I had to stop. I'm playing Clair Obscur. I'm gonna get back to Xeno X once the Switch 2 comes out, probably. Let's see here. It says people. They always trip. Whenever I give somebody a hard time, they always be tripping about stuff. So that's just kind of how the Spawncast is. Like, they don't understand, like, friends teasing. Well, they understand friends teasing each other, but if I do it, it's a big problem if I do it. Like, RGT can do it to anybody, and it's no problem. You know, it's not a big deal. But if I do it, it's a problem. So yeah, I'm already used to that. RGT can make jokes. He can say whatever he wants. He can have fun. The minute I make jokes or the minute I like to have a little bit of fun, it's a big problem. It's a, you know, how dare you, you know? So yeah, I don't give a shit. Excuse my French. Let's see here. I might go to the physical, but those micro SDs are all sold out. Might have to go physical. Well, even if you go physical, not all games are actually real physical. Like I said, the key card, you'll still have to install those on your hard drive. So yeah, but I'm pretty sure that there's going to be more Lexar, you know, more Lexar, what's it called, memory cards available. So I don't think it's going to be, or you can get the ones from GameStop. Those are available. So yeah. I see some Elite Ninjas were bugging when I said I was 300 hours at the Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and still haven't finished it. Dang, that's crazy. Let's see, Call Nintendo is responsible for how much eggs cost $80 games. There you go. Let's see here. It's the OJ version of It's Only a Problem When OJ Does It. I've used that meme before on the Spawncast. It was cool when they do it, but a problem when I do it. I forgot exactly what I used it for, but I used it for something. I've used it for something before. I'll probably use it again. Let's see here. There'll be more companies that tap into memory space. More companies that tap. Oh yeah, there'll be more. Like, we're gonna have more from, like, you know, there'll be other companies that come through. So yeah, like, it was almost like the SD cards at the beginning. You know, like for like the micro SD cards with the Switch 1. Although they weren't as in high demand because the Switch 1 wasn't as in high demand in terms of, like, people weren't acting like, oh my god, I gotta get this system like 100%. Like, it sold out. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, it sold very well at the beginning, but the amount of stock compared to what we have now is not the same, you know? Let's see, OJ, just feel weird. Gears of War on PS. Yeah, Gears of War on PS now. That's pretty crazy, yeah? I think just some people just don't like me, and that's okay. It's no big deal. They don't have to like me. That's part of what makes a Spawncast fun, is that when you see somebody you don't like, you're rooting for them to say something so you can be angry. So it makes sense. Like, I've already gotten used to that, like villain role. That's why I don't apologize or nothing, or I don't say, like, I already got used to that on there, so it's fine. Your tweet about Nintendo hitting the market cap was correct. Nintendo doesn't just do video games anymore. Yeah. I mean, I think that's part of what market cap is. It's your perceived value. So, while yes, they are mainly a video game company, Nintendo's mainly that. Like, I think that their perceived value is higher because of the Mario movie, which is still, but everything's based off of video games, though. So I think I guess that's the end goal, right? Or that's the what they were talking about, since they're just a video game company, because Nintendo doesn't do anything that's like outside, like everything that they do is based off of video games. Like everything that they do, even though it might not be a video game, it's based off of video games. Like they don't do like the love hotels anymore, stuff like that, right? They don't do other stuff that's kind of like outside of the video game stuff, which I mean, I think that might change in the next 10 years or so. I think they might start making some stuff that doesn't have to do with video games, but we'll see. Do you have any favorite characters in Expedition 33? Favorite characters in Expedition 33, they're all really good characters. They're all really good. There's not that many in terms of who's on your team, but I like all the characters. They're all good. The CL girl, she seems like the one that'd be like so loyal to the fault. That's like the wife material. But I'd say Luna's definitely the girl that will probably cheat on you. Luna is the girl that will cheat on you because she's so wrapped up in her research, doesn't have time. She'll cheat on you. Verso's cool. He's the homie that's holding back the secrets. Gustav's the reliable friend. You know what I'm saying? Reliable friend that you can count on. That's too nice for his own good. Mael's little sister that that you adore, but it's also very capable. So yeah, they're all good. All the characters are good in the game. And Monoko, he's I don't know what Monoko's that big lineman on the team that's always there to protect you, but you don't want to fight him. So yeah. He likes feet, that's true. He does like feet. Monoko would be first in line for Celia's feet pics. He'd be first in line to gather those feet pics. Which I definitely think was an inside joke. I don't think that was a coincidence. Feet wave, yeah, feet wave. Let's see here. What's a good place to pick up 1 terabyte Express? I mean, Amazon's usually a good place, but right now they're sold out, so it's hard. Let's see here. Run your own podcast, bro. Whose was fun? Yeah. Well, I mean, we're gonna get back. We're gonna do a Nintendo Switch 2 and RP. We're gonna bring back Stealth. We're gonna do the Nintendo Switch 2 podcast. I'm gearing up. I just got to get everything else ready for it. But yeah, we're gonna bring that back with Stealth and all that. So he's been asking me about it, and I've been saying, yo, we're gonna do it. So we're gonna get it soon. Had to pull the trigger on Expedition 33. I mean, Expedition 33 is pretty short in comparison, so technically speaking, you could probably beat Expedition in like a week or two if you play it consistently and like you don't do all the side quests and stuff. I mean, you could probably get it done in the next week, depending on how much you play. It's not long and it's not hard either. Even if you play on the normal difficulty, it's not really hard. It's an easy game if you get the hang of things. Like if you learn how to parry or if you just dodge, you can just dodge every time. You'll pretty much be okay. So. It's not too hard. I'm playing on the hard mode though, so I gotta grind a little bit. Let's see here. Don't trust a player since he secretly loves PlayStation more. I know, I do secret. What's up, Septic? Welcome, brother. I saw you were kind of having a little bit of a day today on Twitter. You're having a little bit of a day today. Always love your streams. I'm usually side on your streams, man, but I'm always loving your streams and your podcast. Thanks for coming through, man. I appreciate you. OJ, I believe I asked before. You know what? To be honest, though, we use the word to be fair. I actually put more time into my PlayStation last year than I did any other system. So, I mean, I think I might have posted. I don't know if I posted it or not, but last year I definitely put the most amount of time into my PlayStation 5. So far this year, I've definitely put the most amount of time. Well, actually, no, I don't know if I put the most amount of time into my PS5. I think it's almost about equal. Well, no. It's Switch. It's Switch because Xenoblade. I put like 70 hours into Xenoblade. That game just came out. I've put like almost 40 hours into Expedition, and I put like 15 hours into Assassin's Creed. So it's actually somewhat. It's about close. It's kind of close between the two. But yeah, more time to Switch this year. But last year it wasn't even close. Last year was PlayStation 5 100% because SMT5 Vengeance, Metaphor Refantasio, Stellar Blade. It was like there was just so many good PlayStation games, and Astrobot as well. So there were like so many games I was interested in from PlayStation, or at least those games were on Xbox too. But yeah, whatever, Do you think Nintendo will shadow drop Xenoblade Chronicles X update in June? I don't know if there'll be a shadow drop in June. I think they'll probably announce like a whole bulk more of updates for people to be able to pick up. So yeah, I don't know if there'll be shadow drop though. I think they might announce it ahead of time. Yeah, you settle for the 5. The 512 is fine. I mean, remember, you get 256 in the Switch 2 already, and then you'll get another 512. So that's completely fine too, you know. What's up, V? Welcome to the stream. Watching Raw. Hey, shoutouts. Let's go. Switch had a down year last year. I mean, it was really more, not even really like a down year. It's like they're transitioning to the next system, so it's not even anything about being down. It's expected because all their resources have moved over to Switch 2. Like, there's no way that you're gonna get like the biggest games that are coming out right before the next system comes out. So I don't even consider it a down year at all. That's just how it is. Like, when you're transitioning from one system to another. And even then, like, if you're talking about like your 8th or 7th/8th year and you have the amount of content they had, that's better than like 99% of systems out there. So I don't even consider it a down year, considering they were getting ready for Switch 2 to launch in June of this year. I mean, you can't consistently have big Mario and Zelda games right before your next system is coming out. I mean, like, that's not feasible, you know. Let's see here. Let's see. You also put 30 hours into Rebirth last year. I did put 30. Did I put 30 hours? Yeah, I think it was about 30 hours, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. But yes, I did put some good time into Rebirth as well. That's true. I forgot about oh my god, I forgot about that. Forgot about the game. I shouldn't have forgot about it. But yeah, I did forget. Yeah, Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Astrobot, SMT5, Vengeance, Metaphor Refantasio. It was a packed year for me, at least. It was a packed year. Let's see here. Reminder that Switch was down after Tears of the Kingdom. Reminder that Switch was down after Tears. Well, yeah, I remember that was the whole thing. Remember in 2023 was, oh, there's not going to be any more big games after Tears of the Kingdom, and then it was like, I think it was like, okay, like did Pikmin come out after or did it come out before? I think it came out after, but then also new Super Mario RPG came out, and then new Super Mario or Mario Bros. Wonder, Super Mario Bros. Wonder came out, so there was definitely other big games. It was good. Obviously, so yeah, it was good. Let's see here. Prince of Persia, Persona. Oh yeah, I also put that's last year was also Prince of Persia time. Yeah, I put the most time. I split time between Prince of Persia on Switch to play portable and on the PS5. But I think I spent more time on my PS5, I think, with Prince of Persia. Cyber Torch with another $10. Let's go.
I'm about 18 hours into Claire Obscure now. Really enjoying the game from every aspect. Love the story, the combat, the music.
Yeah.
Going to give it as much time as I can between now and Switch 2 launch.
Nice. Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good game. It's got fantastic characters and voice acting. Ben Starr is incredible. It's just an incredible experience from start to finish. I mean, I'm not done yet. I'm still playing. I'm doing kind of like side bosses and like super bosses and stuff, and I'm just kind of exploring the map and doing a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's really good though. It's really good. Combo breaks, and let's go. Further beyond to 100, my man Cyber Taurus out here just tied up Justin for the Hokage lead. Let's go. Thank you so much, Mr. Cyber Taurus. Anybody that's 35 or more, you can type or pass up the Hokages on the board. Let's go. I wonder what Odyssey sequel or a new Mario game. Celia thinks it's going to be an Odyssey sequel, like Mario Odyssey 2. I think it's going to be a new Mario style game. So, shout out to Cyber Taurus though. Appreciate you, fam. Let's go, man. Thank you so much. I'm waiting to play other new Atlas games on Switch 2. Yeah, they're coming. OJ, what about the idea that Switch 2 successful cope because the industry is crashing, big games crashing in the 25? I think that there's a little bit of cope from certain people that you know, I don't know, that just don't like Nintendo or whatever. You know, so there's some cope there. Like before the Switch 2 launch, we had people that are trying their best to like make up stories and make up stuff, and you know, that's fine. It's no big deal. A lot of misinformation, still misinformation to this day, but that's okay. Once again, it's not all just people's fault. A lot of times people just say stuff where they just repeat what they hear from somewhere else. But I think once again the biggest problem were, you know, and I got a video that's coming up on this, but the biggest problem before in the past was, you know, was the games and the marketing. Like when it comes to Nintendo launch struggles, games and the marketing. The marketing's fine. Everyone's talking about the system. Even if it's negative, people are still talking about it. Everyone knows what it is. They're just complaining about X, Y, and Z. Once again, casual general consumer, they'll figure out the X, Y, and Z. Hardcore gamers will debate them all day. Casual gamers will just be like, oh, well, I'll just do this. Like, casuals just, they don't really care like that. So that's why people are still going out and pre-order. I think it's still going to be very successful once it comes out. I think it's going to sell just fine. People are going to want it. I mean, it still does there's still no other system on the market that quite does what it does. Like Steam Deck and portable PCs are not a Switch 2. Like the mouse mode, in addition to like the Joy-Cons and like some of the features that it offers as well. The portable PCs don't do that. They operate like a PC that's just a portable PC, that, has a Steam OS on it or something like that. But that's not a actual uniquely built device or system for carefully curated first-party content. It's just simply a facilitator for your PC that you have, right? Or maybe you use it as your only device, but it's still quite not the same as like a PS Vita, a PSP, a 3DS, and I think that's what makes it very different from Steam Deck and all of that. And that's what makes it unique, and people want it because there is a unique experience. Maybe it doesn't have all the other things, but it has a unique experience that's tailor-made and built for a certain audience, so. Party Man Cart Roll with the Ninja Peach. Thank you so much.
We are 1 month away from peak. I'm legit coasting and trying to stay relaxed from work nonsense up till June 5th, the best I can lol.
Yeah.
I honestly haven't been this excited in years.
Yep.
New generation of Mario Kart, finally lol. Mario Kart World theme PLS?
Mario Kart World theme. All right. Yeah, man, I'm excited. I think one of the best things about, a new launch coming up for a system is just like the possibilities. I think that if you look at it, we kind of got like with the Wii U, it was the beginning, the Genesis almost, the tadpole or whatever, right? And that was not a fully cooked idea. It was kind of cool, but it wasn't fully cooked. Switch kind of realized that idea fully, but there was still some issues like internal wise. I think Switch 2 is pretty much like, it's like the Super Saiyan 3. Maybe it burns real fast, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's still really good. Maybe one of these days I think the next one, Switch 2, Switch 3 will probably get will we get like the true Super Saiyan 4? I'm not sure. But I think for many people, Super Saiyan 3 is pretty damn good. Still pretty good. So I think that's really what we're looking at right now, man. We're looking at the third evolution of what we saw, and even taking some of the previous systems, right, like the Nintendo DS or the 3DS, even the Nintendo DS. There's DNA of the DS in this Switch 2, which is DS download play. That's not a new feature. Game share is not a new feature. Now it's new to it being online, but it's not a completely new feature from Nintendo. Nintendo did this with the DS. So even taking something like that, which most people thought that they would not bring back DS because Nintendo's greedy, they're angry, they're greedy, they're evil. So of course, why would they let you share your game with someone else? They want you to buy another copy, right? So nobody thought that the DS download play or game share would come back, and it's back, right? So yeah, it's cool, man. Like, that's exciting. Some are coping for 8 years of Switch 1 even, yeah. I think Switch will have better third-party support towards the end of the generation. Something I've been thinking of. Switch 2 or Switch 1, Rob Navarro? Keycard online hate is beyond ridiculous. There's a close thing, digital games being physical. I'm all for it. I mean, some people are gonna like it. A lot of people are gonna hate it. If you like true physical. Listen, this is why the comparison to Wii U is so silly and pure PTSD. My opinion. We are already Switch 2. People still mention Wii U. Yeah, and they're gonna find out very quickly that that's a stupid comparison. So it won't take long. You guys will see. I got a video coming on it too. I saw some feed on people are losing their save files for Pokemon and Animal Crossing along with a few other games that are saved in order to switch. Is that true? I didn't see anything like that, Gaming Matter. No, not yet at least. Yeah, back compatible makes it an easy choice for casuals, but I think that what makes it another easy choice is that if you want to just the fact that there's the backwards compatibility, they can simply just trade in their system and still play all their old games. So yeah, it makes it simple to transfer over, no problem. So yeah. How do you have an idea how the stream schedule is going to look on June 5th? Not yet, Projo. I'm still making travel plans. Go see my brother and get all that situated. But once I have those done, then I'll definitely let you guys know. Let's see here. I love my right there. I saw I hear the motif. I was really listening for it this time. It's right there after that. Yeah, it's really, it kind of goes on. It's really weird, but it's there. It's there. It's like you hear it when you don't look for it. When you don't listen for it, that's when you hear it. When you don't listen for it. So yeah. All right, Felipe. It's all good. Hopefully they can clean up that slop a little bit with the update. I'm doing good, Super man. How are you, man? What's up, Gibby? I love the key card for smaller developers, but indies. I think you meant big development. There's nothing but them. I mean, if anything, once again, like a big key card, like that's more or a big cartridge that's more expensive. So there should be options for independent developers to have smaller cartridges and to where it wouldn't be a problem. So I can see what you're saying for sure, and definitely I would like to have it just all real physical. But to me, it should be like, okay, independent developers that are making smaller games, they should be able to have just like a real physical cartridge, like with a low amount of, like, they don't need the bigger ones. Like the bigger ones are almost more excusable because of how expensive they are, you know. And listen, these third-party games coming to Switch 2, they're not going to be like the best sellers or anything. Like, they're not going to be selling best on Switch 2, you know. So, so there's also that. So to me, I almost kind of seem like, okay, well, independent developers, yes, it's more expensive for their games, and yes, they probably can't afford the cartridges, even if it is not a small size, if it's a bigger size. But yeah, bigger developers, obviously they have the money for it, but the profit margins, they're going to be like, I don't want to do that, you know. To answer your question, I was referring to Switch 2. Okay, Switch 2. Let me see what you said again. Towards the end of the generation? Yeah, I think it'll be fine. But I don't know how long the generation's going to last, though, to be honest. Steam Deck, although not everyone is saying is going to be a Switch killer, but many did treat Steam Deck like a smoking gun for Switch potential downfall. I mean, not everybody said it, but I think that the problem that I ran into is that you have a lot of hypocrites. We have weird banana guys, you know, we have hypocrites that, you know, just simply don't like Nintendo, but they only talk about it to, you know, to get, for clout. They only talk about it for views. They don't care. And then, like, they have no problem saying the same stuff, like Switch is irrelevant, you know, Switch OLED was irrelevant. I saw videos from people, the Steam Deck makes Switch OLED irrelevant, makes Switch irrelevant, and that didn't happen. You know, that was a lie. That was false. Not a lie, but that was obviously a trash prediction. That was garbage. And then, like I said, these people don't play Switch at all. You know, they don't play any of the games. They don't care. But, you know, they get salty when someone else talks about their beloved PC. Like, you can't have somebody, you know, who doesn't play PC a lot, but decided to give something a shot, and then said, hey, look, I'm good, you know, I'm going about my contingency plan. You know, you can't have that. These people go flip out, right? But they're allowed to trash whatever they want because PC Master Race. I swear I slapped the hell out of these people IRL if they said that stuff to me. You know, like, I swear, they're so annoying. Like, these are quite some of the most annoying people. But yeah, like, it is what it is, you know. Like, I don't really take any of these people seriously, you know, so it's okay. That's why I never took those, and I never took any of those videos seriously. Like, when I saw the videos, when I saw them come across my feed on Twitter or whatever, I didn't take any of these people seriously because they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, anybody that felt, you are a complete moron. You are an absolute moron if you thought that a Steam Deck sold in one storefront was going to make a multi-million selling product that had already been big and selling like crazy all of a sudden. Like, you're a complete idiot and should probably stop talking about video games, like, in any business capacity or sense. You're also an idiot if you looked at Microsoft doing only for the games and thought that it wasn't going to expand beyond that. And if you thought that it wasn't going to be more than that, you're also an idiot too. So people that did that, those people are definitely idiots. And didn't actually correct their mistake, didn't say my bad, didn't say, hey, you know what, you know, whatever. Now, if you guessed it and you did it and you said, hey, my bad, but a lot of people did not. They just talk, you know. Shout outs to is it Alexi Paradigm? Thank you for the tune in tier pledge, man. I appreciate that. Shout outs. So yeah, shout outs, man. What's up, John? Thank you. Appreciate you, Moser. Appreciate you, brother. Do you think we'll get direct before the Switch 2 drops? No, because we just got a direct last month. So I think that they're gonna hold steady till the Switch comes out, Switch 2 comes out, and then we're gonna have a direct probably in June or later in July. So yeah, the banana guy literally lied about Steam Deck is better optimized than Switch 2. Like I said, things will be revealed when they reveal. You don't gotta worry about what people are saying. The truth will come out. Remember, game key cards were tied to your account. Remember that? Remember how people were saying that? That ended up not being true. So let the truth come out. I don't really got to dispute anything that anybody says on their stream. I don't care. I mean, I'll clear it up if we have to, but when the games come out and when the system comes out and when they get comparisons, we'll see what's optimized and what's not, you know. So yeah, there's no point in going back and forth. The Chrono Trigger video, guys, remember it was a false alarm on that. Shout outs to Almix with the $4.99. Let's go, getting close. 97 on the board. It says, I'd love to see Steam Box take Xbox place as a competitor, but I feel like the market's too separated for that to happen. Maybe, I mean, like a Steam Box or whatever, it could be a good thing. But I think once again the issue is it's going to be a closed device, and people that like PC are just gonna buy PC or buy their and be into that. So will there be people that maybe buy it? Maybe, but I mean, like, depending on the price, like, what's the point of buying a Steam Box, right? Like, I mean, you can buy a PS5 Pro, you know, that's gonna play most of your third-party games. Yeah, you don't have the flexibility of your Steam library coming over, but if you want to just play games on your TV, and if the Steam Box is gonna be a closed device, where like you're not going to be swapping out and upgrading parts and all that, like it's going to be a PC that just hooks up to your TV, I think people just like, okay, I'll just buy a PS5 Pro, because I'm guessing that Steam Box is going to be, you know, pricey. It's not going to be cheap unless they can make a super cheap one, but I mean, then you're going to run into issues in terms of not being able to run as good. I mean, maybe, right? Maybe they make one that's like somewhere, you know, like it's a budget one or something like that, or maybe they make higher price ones. I'm not sure, but they tried it one time, it didn't work, you know, but maybe they tried again, but they also just do it themselves. Like, they don't let third parties, vendors, and third parties, like, make different configurations of the Steam Box, you know? So yeah, shout outs, though. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Cyber Taurus with the $5 Ninja Peach. Thank you so much.
Don't you love when you get that Chrono Trigger warm and fuzzy feeling only to have it slapped away by some random translator? Sad.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate, man. It's very unfortunate that happened with Chrono Trigger, but you know, it is what it is, man. It's just one of those things that it happened and it sucks. But yes, I agree with you. I also agree with that we hit that further than beyond, and of course, you guys know we have broken past our limits. Bonus stream or video incoming as well. I gotta start doing bonus videos for you guys. Get 2 videos in a day. Let's do it. Let's go. Shout outs, guys. Let's hit that limit break. Bonus stream, of course. Shout outs, guys. Appreciate the support. And now we are even truly going further. We've broken past. Let's go. Shout outs to my man Cyber Taurus. Also, increasing your Hokage lead to 40 on there. Anybody that's 40 or more, you can get my man Cyber Taurus on the board. Now he's the sole Hokage here. Let's go. Shout outs to Justin. Happy birthday to Justin and Caitlin. More like Caitlin. Let's see. Almix says, yeah, just tweaking phase when you upgrade something is evil. Yeah. It is what it is, though, man. You know, it is what it is. That one Chrono Trigger almost made you want to go back in time, perhaps change something. It's very simple cash grab, yet Square Enix, once again, forever do anything about it. Yeah. But such a bummer when I heard you mention Chrono Trigger rumor was fake on Spawncast. Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, it's just the translator was messing around. So yeah. So the Switch 2 versions of Xbox will be announced later at the Nintendo releases. I think that we're going to get some announcement at the Nintendo Direct. Yeah, Nintendo Direct or some other time. Surprised they haven't mentioned Switch 2 upgrades to Smash Ultimate. There's really no reason for a Switch 2 upgrade for Smash Ultimate. I mean, the game runs at 1080p 60 frames per second. So, I mean, what would you do with it, really? So, there's just backwards compatibility with that one. Let's see here. Daryl says, it's very... I already read that, my bad. OJ brother, your vid on Xbox Amazon sale on Metaphor gave me a chance to get a physical copy. Thanks for the heads up. Shout outs, no problem. I didn't know how many people were going to actually be interested in an Xbox version of Metaphor ReFantasio, but hey, I still wanted to make the video on it. Resolution? Yeah, that doesn't really do much for Super Smash. The game already looks really good, so I mean, DLSS it to 4K? I mean, I guess. That doesn't really do much, though, for the game. The game's already super clear. So, yeah, I'm not really surprised that Smash Bros. Doesn't have anything yet. I mean, what do you do? I mean, game share? Yeah, maybe, but not really much. So, yeah. The only thing I might want to allow is BC to see if that level Fountain of Dreams runs as well as the rest. I don't recall there being any problem on Fountain of Dreams, is there? Keycard hate online is beyond... I already answered this. We already talked about this. Have digital games physical, I'm all for it. Yeah, I already mentioned this, Super Christian. Yeah, I said that it's fine. Like, people are allowed to like it or dislike it. It's fine. I don't think it's like overblown hate or anything like that. I do think that some people don't realize that we've already had it before, like even on Switch 1. But I think it's because so many developers are doing it because the game file sizes are huge. But even smaller developers are still not having cards. But we have to wait and see if Nintendo actually has smaller cards. Like, we gotta tear down some of those. Here's what we gotta do. We gotta get a teardown on Donkey Kong Bonanza, and we gotta get a teardown on Mario Kart World. We gotta see what those are on, like to see if they confirm some of the rumors that are out there. Like, are there smaller cartridges? Like, did Nintendo put apparently like they said, oh, the rumors are there's barely any cartridge sizes. Like, there's only like, what was it, 8 and 64? I don't know about that, right? So if we tear down Donkey Kong and we can confirm that it's on a 64 gigabyte cartridge, then we know that that's not true. I mean, we don't even know what they look like. Okay. No, Smash Ultimate could roll back. You can't add rollback through a graphics patch or update. That's not something that'd have to be go back and redo the code and stuff like that. So that's not an update that you can just do easily. Like, that's not the same as what they're doing like Mario Odyssey and all the other games. So no, there's no rollback on they're not adding any stuff like that to any of the games, you know, in terms of it. So yeah, that's not the same as like, because he said, oh, why not like, you know, like Mario Odyssey got an update, right? They're not doing anything crazy like that with Mario Odyssey. All they're doing is like it's probably just gonna be a resolution bump and a locked 60 frames. That's it. That's not really much. Let's see, heard some things about Metro not being native 4K. Don't know if it's real. Yeah, Digital Foundry was talking about it. I think once we actually get the game itself, then we'll be able to see if it is or not, you know. I'm pretty sure it is, though. Is Nintendo limited to only max 64 gigabyte cartridges? That seems to be the max, Mr. Black. I don't think it goes higher than that, because those are expensive as hell. The only improvement I can see for Ultimate Switch 2 is 120 frames bump. Yeah, even that is... I mean, I guess, yeah, 60 is fine, you know. So I don't see them doing anything with Smash Ultimate. Not right now, at least. It doesn't surprise me that there isn't anything for Ultimate. That's all I'm saying. A bit embarrassed to admit this, but I'll be playing Odyssey for the first time on Switch 2. You don't have to be embarrassed to admit it. You didn't play it, you didn't play it. Will Elden Ring be preloaded on the cartridge, or is it the game key card? It's a game key card, Dizzy. Let's see, the only fighting game we need at 120 it would be Street Fighter 6. Only Elena, she's animated well in Street Fighter 3, 120 frames per second in current gen. It's 60 frames per second on Switch 2, so I don't know if it's 120 on Xbox and PlayStation. I don't think it is. I think it's 60. Let's see. Technically Fountain of the Dreams has a frame drop with Wario and his bike. I think Icy's too, but I don't remember. I never even noticed, but I'm not sure if I even played against Wario and his bike with the, you know, on that stage. Let's see. It seems like game key cards determine the size of the game. No, because there's game key cards that are even tiny. So, for example, Bravely Default, Puyo Puyo Tetris. So not necessarily, no. Perhaps we should create cartridge factory here. Create a cartridge factory here? What do you mean by that? Wouldn't it be funny if Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Switch 2 Edition? No, there's no need for that. Mario Kart World, that doesn't make any sense. Street Fighter 66 frames per second on modern consoles, PC, so it won't be 120 frames per second on Switch 2. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I don't think it's 120 on anything, so I don't think it's gonna be like that on Switch. And they already said that it's 60 on Switch, so they actually, in the first initial debut trailer for the game, they said 60 frames per second with crossplay. So, yeah. So let's see. They should bring out the DK Pro Control. Ooh, the DK branded Pro Control. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe we get a Banana Slamma controller next month before DK Bonanza comes out. I wish they would only do game key cards if the game was over 64 gigabytes. It's not about the fact that it's the size, it's the price of the cards, Mr. Black. I don't know if you were here when I explained it. Not all third-party companies are going to want to pay for that. So that's the problem. The problem is the price. They don't want to pay for it because those are expensive. They're considerably more expensive to produce than, let's say, like a Blu-ray disc or something like that. So that's the issue. It's not that they can't. They could if they want to, but they don't want to pay for it. Nintendo Switch 2 console, literally paywall, all the features of membership year, 2000, pricey, accessories is wild, 2025 years late. I have no idea what you're talking about, but I think the hate is blinding you right now, Cromartie. And you're a sock account for sure. But I think that you're being blinded right now. So if you don't want to buy it or if you're not excited for it, you can go watch somebody else that's streaming about Xbox or PlayStation or companies that are not behind and that are completely up on the times, you know. Like Microsoft, for example. Like, they're doing great with their hardware, right? So you can go go watch a channel there. Or what about PlayStation? They're doing great too. I mean, $700 PS5 Pro, $80 disc drive, $80 online, price increases in every region, you know. So they're also doing great. So you can go hang out with those people though. Because I'm not going back. We're not doing this tonight, man. Come on now. All right. Because you're a sock account, so we're not doing this time. So move on. With Switch 2 selling well, wouldn't physically investing in carts be worth it? I think in the future, yes, for sure. I think that investing in carts in the future, but it depends on the game. Like if the game is going to sell well and like, you know, people want it, then I think that you're going to see developers do that. So yeah, I'm actually excited for Dust Bloods since it's something new. I'm interested in seeing exactly what that game, like how it plays and stuff like that. What's up, Elias? Welcome to the stream. Switch 2 membership is more affordable than others. Some included Switch 2 editions with the sub. Yeah. This person, like I said, this person's just a sock account. They don't care. It's just probably like a weird PlayStation fan, so it's okay. Let's see. Are you able to tell the difference between a game key card and a regular cartridge? Well, I haven't seen them yet, so no, but it tells you on the box if it's a game key card or a regular cartridge, so. Where's Metroid Prime 2 and 3 remastered? I think it'll probably be announced sometime soon. Hope you're doing well. Think Gears Reloaded is not listed on Switch 2 platform. Do you think it's indication Xbox support on Switch 2? No, they're going to announce it probably later. Phil Spencer's already said they're going to support Switch 2. Cartridges are so expensive to manufacture because they're proprietary memory. Let's see here. Those 100 gigabyte plus games, GB games, they're big games. I'm only excited to see if Switch 2 fixes Scarlet and Violet. Well, there's an update for it, so we'll see if it does. Looks like it benefit from accessory that attaches to your armchairs, like wheel mouse. Like what, like this? So you're going like this? That'd be kind of fun. For like a bit. I don't know if I'd be excited for that, like long term. Can't be the only one that doesn't care about Gears franchise. Such a bro-heavy IP. No thanks. Yeah, it really is a mid-2000s type of IP. I used to care for Gears. I bought a 360 for Gears of War. Like that was one of the games that like I was excited to play. But yeah, I'm no longer like I don't care about Gears anymore. But I used to. I played it. I have the snap. Where's it at? Yeah, do I have the original? Yeah, here we go. I was actually I wanted to post a picture on Twitter, but this is my copy of Gears back in the day. It's actually still really nice and new. So I played the heck out of this back in the day. I used to play, obviously, all my Xbox stuff. Halo 2, I got the original Halo. I played the heck out of this game. Halo Reach, you know? So yeah. But yeah, I was never really big into... I got into Gears of War 1, and then I got into 2, and I think I beat 3 with my friends. Then I think Gears 4, I bought Gears 4, and it was like 100-something gigabytes, and it took forever to install my Xbox One. And then I played it for like maybe like 10, not even 10 hours, like maybe 5 hours, and I'm like, this game is not fun. I just stopped, and I don't think I'm ever going to get back into Gears. Like, I don't think I'm ever going to, you know, be excited for Gears ever again. Like the Gears of War E-Day, I mean, maybe I'll play it, probably not, but I think I'm done with Gears. So yeah, I think I'm good. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool back then. Like I bought it, like I said, I bought it day one in 2006 on my I bought my 360 in, when did I buy I bought my 360 in the summer of 2006? Yeah, 2006. I bought it in the summer of 2006, and then Gears came out later that year, if I'm not correct. So, nice beard. Thank you, Aiden. I appreciate that. Ozi, do you have any gigs Elden Ring for the Switch 2? It should probably be around the PS4 or PS5 version of the game, man. Let's see here. I hope the Dustblood stays Switch 2 exclusive to see from soft fans' reaction. I think a lot of them are already kind of upset. Give 2 years and Switch 2 will drop carts altogether and go full digital features. Now, I don't know about that. We'll see. How are socks making accounts? These left socks we left in a jar. I mean, they're crusty old socks that someone decided to use. That's what happened with those, you know. People Can Fly is underrated. They can bring back Gears. They can bring back the Gears flavor. I think the Coalition's making Gears, so I think that's what's happening there. Hey, shout out Psychopie. Yeah, local co-op was fun. I used to play local co-op with my friend James, when I worked at the sunglass place. We used to come over to my place and play Gears of War. It was cool. He was more of a PlayStation guy though. He was all into like JRPGs and like, which I was too. But he was really into hardcore into PlayStation. Like he was still playing PS2 a lot. He loved Final Fantasy. So I remember when Gears came out, I remember he came over and he wanted to see it because he didn't have a 360. So I remember playing Gears and it was fun. It was fun. MS never took proper care of their IPs. I think that really where the wheels fell off for MS and their IPs was like the Xbox One. Like everything kind of fell off for the Xbox One. But all things considered, the fact that they almost sold 60 million units with the Xbox One, that's actually kind of impressive, like low-key impressive. It's not great, but it's like low-key impressive that they were actually able to sell, you know, 58 million units. Considering that, like, the Xbox One is like, I don't find the games great on there from Microsoft. Like, I don't think they made a lot of great games on Xbox One. Like, there's definitely good games, but like Halo, Fable, Forza, like all their games, most of their games are like you can find better or more beloved entries on the 360, the original Xbox, or even the Xbox series at this point. I think the Xbox One might be like their worst system, you know? And that system still sold 58 million. So the fact that the series is selling even less, I think that just tells you that people bought the Xbox One and were like, I'm good. Like, I'm never buying another Xbox again. I think that's what happened. That's what happened. They're like, they bought it and they're like, oh, I'm not buying this anymore. Then I think that's why sales kind of, you know, tanked. And also Microsoft didn't do a great job with the IP rollout was slow. Like, it wasn't fast enough. Like, they took forever to get the games out. And then when they finally did have the games, it was already kind of too late. And they started buying up everything. So like, they needed to make money now. You know, obviously, you see they put their games on PlayStation. Like, all those games shoot up to the top of the sales charts. Oblivion, what else? Forza, you know. All the games that they put out are now up at the top sales charts for Sony. So they're making more money this way. So that's what they need to do, or that's what they're doing. So it is what it is. So yeah, Ori was good. Ori was definitely good, but that's not enough to carry a system. Let's see here. So yeah. Shout outs to Paradine says Shinin seems to be getting a lot of well-deserved love right now. I'm really looking forward to Fast Fusion. Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fast Fusion as well. Yeah, absolutely. If you guys have a question, you can tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence by itself, and I'll try to see if I can read your comment too. Killer Instinct. Yeah, they messed up Killer Instinct. I mean, Killer Instinct ended up being really good, but they messed it up at the beginning. You know? I don't care about the basketball playoffs. My Bulls aren't in it, so I don't care. The downfall of Xbox is so sad, man. I really feel like they didn't botch Xbox One. They'd be even split in digital for digital libraries. Yeah, if they just didn't botch the launch of the Xbox One, I think they'd be fine right now. But it's also no excuse because, I mean, you can say, what about Nintendo? They botched the Wii U, but Nintendo had a successful other system with the Nintendo 3DS. So even if they lost customers in that realm, they still had the bulk amount of handheld players that were ready to buy something new as well. So that's why Nintendo's always going to have a pretty good set install base because, you know, they have handheld and they have the home console fans. Microsoft never had that. I mean, I guess you can say PC, but PC people are just going to play PC. You know, I don't think there's a ton that are going to say, oh, I got to go buy an Xbox now, you know? Now, when it comes to, like, the Xbox One, yeah, like, they just botched it. They just messed it up, man. Like, that whole... And that's the funny thing is that there were people that were trying to say that Nintendo did the same thing, and I was like, no shot, no chance. They tried though. They tried. They tried to make the Doug Bowser thing seem like the Xbox One, and people said, nah, enough of that shit. Like enough. Like stop. We know what Switch 2 is. Listen, we know what he was trying to say. Look, it's $450. You can get the bundle there. If you can't get it, then you can roll with the Switch 1 for right now. Nintendo knows that. That wasn't they trying to make it seem as if it was like Dom Magic. That's why nobody cared. That's why that story was there, then it dropped 2 seconds later. So yeah. Cinder. Nintendo will try the esports scene like Switch 1 release. Esports scene? I'm not sure. The 2013 was updated last year. I expect getting a Switch 2 release. I mean, that'd be nice. Cinder's my favorite character as well. Don Matrick said that BS and was canned 90 days later. Yeah, they were trying to make it seem as if it was the same as that. It wasn't. People know what the Switch 2 is. It's gonna launch great. It ain't like the Xbox One. Clearly. You stream, will you stream without a green screen in the future? Yeah, I gotta set up my room. It's almost done. I got most of it set up. I'm just being lazy because the green screen is nice. I like the green screen. That misquote from Doug Bowser is also an example of spreading misinfo with malicious intent. By the way, because Doug Bowser never said if you can't afford a Switch 2, buy Switch 1. Yeah, he never directly said that. You know, he never directly said that. So people were paraphrasing him, you know. Yeah, like people tried. They tried though. It failed though. It flopped. People tried to do it, but it didn't work. It didn't work out how people thought it was. They were trying to rage bait people, because I had people trying to say he's trying to make us out like we're poor. I'm like, bruh, read the full interview, read the full thing. There ain't no. He was being to be honest, I think Doug Bowser's been a little bit too nice about the price of the system. In my opinion, I think he's been a little bit too considerate and too nice about it. In my opinion, if I was him, I would have been a little bit more aggressive, which he was. If you read the full interview, I would have been like, hey, look, man, Switch 2, we offering incredible value. Not only offering incredible value, families, if you've got a Switch 1, we got programs. We're gonna have stuff. There's gonna be stuff available for you guys to trade in and get the Switch 2. So if you feel it's a little bit on the higher end, don't worry. You can trade it in. All your games work backwards compatible. So you're going to be okay if you got a Switch 1 and you're looking for a bit of more of a deal on there. Don't worry, trade your system in. We got backwards compatibility. You should be good. You got your controllers. Those also work, you know, for the most part. Can't snap them to the thing, but they work as well. So I would have been a little bit more. He was being way too nice, in my opinion. Gaming Mariner with the $10 dono. And he says, people were hating on Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now they're willing to pay $200 to $600 for a full cartridge version that includes the DLC on eBay. Is it that high? Bunch of hypocrites. LOL. Legends Arceus, please. I don't think it's the same thing. I think it's really just like, you got to remember, you got to separate Pokemon, like hardcore Pokemon fans, from Nintendo fans that feel jaded about the franchise. Like there's a difference. Like there's like the RGTs of the world, right? That just, they don't truly like Pokemon. They played it a little bit back in the day. It's not really their favorite or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But they're going to just talk about it, right? They're going to be angry. They're going to get people riled up. Those people are not the hardcore Pokemon fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, that love Pokemon, that play competitively, that buy it all the time, that go through every single game and play it all. Like, those are like, so there is a separation between the two, okay? So just keep that in mind, right? Same thing with Scarlet and Violet, you know, same thing. Not excusing them having not better gameplay or not, you know, better frame rate or whatever, graphics. I'm just telling you that there is a divide between the people that are just online yelling about stuff and the people that actually like the Pokemon games, like the people that like the strategy and like to play and actually trade and do all that other stuff. So yeah. All right, let's see here. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Music. Pokemon Legends Arceus. Shout out to RGT though. Shout out to RGT though. He's the homie. All right. Let's see. I got another job to afford all this I want for Switch 2. Grind and get it. There you go. Who is paying that? I'm not sure who would be paying that, but I mean, it is what it is. Let's see. Think about a kid getting Switch 2 for the first console, MK World and NSO backlog. That'd be wild. So many people are using even a Reggie bashing Nintendo to put the welcome tour pack in, which is not. Yeah, that was just silly. That was just silly considering he didn't put 1-2 Switch in the pack in. And that was $50. That was essentially a tech demo. You know, Roy rocked with the subscription. I appreciate that, but no, it's all good though. Pokemon League is real, and that makes decent money across all areas. The Pokemon League is real, like real people actually throwing Pokeballs out and fighting Pokemon. What's up, Dark Synchron? Welcome. Halo 2, the best game ever. The best game ever. It's definitely a good game. I don't know if I'd call it the best game ever, but hey, if it's your best game, I vibe. I was gonna buy Pokemon, then I watched your video. I'll wait for Switch 2 exclusive. Yeah, you can wait for the Switch. I mean, you can wait for it to be on Switch 2. There's a patch, but we'll see how that patch is, you know. How are you looking forward to Switch 2? Free bump for Scarlet and Violet. Plan to go on strong with these games. Yeah, let's see how it is, though. Let's see how it is. But yeah, it should be good. Should be good. Pokemon Legends ZA. That's also getting a Switch 2 version, Nintendo Switch 2 edition. Not a free update, but a Switch 2 edition. So I'm looking forward to that as well. If I were Doug Bowser, I would charge $460 for a Switch 2. I'm going to bring Welcome Tour for free just to be acting like consumer-friendly move. Yeah, that's the good old PlayStation or the good old Xbox, PlayStation, or third-party move. Like, you say, oh, it's the game's $70, and then you strip out content that you were gonna put in there for free or that should have been in there for whatever, and then you charge the $80 for it and say, oh look, it's the digital deluxe edition, and then people buy it like, oh, I'm getting extra stuff. Like there was a new article that that came out today. I saw it from Hunter, who spread some misinformation, but he's a PlayStation guy, but he spread some misinformation with Switch 2, but whatever. He basically put out an article saying that more people, or it seems like more people, are buying the $80 version digital of Ghost of Yotei over the $70 version, which makes sense. If you're gonna buy it digital, you're probably just give me the $80 version, right? But he was just basically pointing that out, like, yeah, Sony might actually see that people are buying the $80, but all they did was just rip out stuff from the base game to put in there and sell it as a digital deluxe, which all companies do. It is what it is. Like Microsoft did it hardcore with Forza, $60 for the game, but it's a shell of the game. Like, if you want to get Forza, why would you look at all the other stuff? You get all the car packs and all the cool stuff. You got to pay $100 to get all the cool stuff. Like, I get it, budget 60, but like, if you really want to experience all the game and everything that it offers, which it is awesome, you gotta pony up 100 at launch at least. Now, wait for some sales and discounts. You can always do that, but that's basically what they do now to get more than that. You know, more than that 60 or more than that 70. They just rip out stuff that was going to be in the base game and say, oh, well, it's a digital deluxe, or it's a season pass, or it's, you know, whatever. Which, once again, has been happening for a long time now. Not saying that, you know, oh, how dare them, you know? So yeah. Here you go, defending the price again. Doug Bowser's messaging clipped Howard. You delete Howard. You defend the price. You try to act neutral, pathetic. I am neutral because I think that the price is good. And it's not just me that said that, which I know this is a sock account. It's not just me that said that, but I want to make a point here. Digital Foundry defended the price and said that it was good for the price. Almost every single tech channel said that the price is good for what you're getting. If you look at the Steam Deck is $400. The Switch 2 is more powerful than Steam Deck, and you get a dock. You don't get a dock with Steam Deck. You get 2 controllers. You don't get 2 controllers with Steam Deck. You get a bunch of cool features in terms of mouse mode and other things. You get a better quality screen. You get VRR. You get 120 frames per second. You know, you get HDR on the screen. You can't sit here and tell me that Steam Deck is appropriately priced and okay, but Switch 2 is not at $450. You can't sit there and tell me. Now, if you want to talk about the actual game of Mario Kart, then that's fine. I agree with you, or I can tell you, okay, I can see where that's coming from. But for the system price itself, $450 is a good price for what you're getting. And it's not just about defending. It's what I truly believe. Now, if you guys want me to bullshit on here, and if you want me to lie to make you feel better about yourself and what you're angry about, you can go watch Dreamcast Guy. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Shout out to Dreamcast Guy. He's the homie. Or you can go watch somebody else. Or you can go watch Moist Critical, you know, a millionaire that's crying about $80 while he buys assault rifles and stuff like that. You can go watch other people. And I'm just joking with Dreamcast Guy. He's the homie. He doesn't think that. But I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to sit here and make up how I don't feel. This is how I feel. This is what I'm talking about. We were talking about the price of the system. It's the price of the system. That's how I feel. And it's not just me. There's other people that feel the same way. So yeah, the price is good. For what you're getting, the price is good. You're also getting DLSS. You're also getting all sorts of stuff. But I'm not going to sit here and be outraged over stuff that I don't feel is a bad deal. You know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know? I'm just joking because Dreamcast Guy is always making videos like, oh my God, you know, I'm angry about this. I'm just joking. But I'm not gonna sit here and make rage videos about prices of things when I'm not upset about the price. I'm not upset about the actual price of the system. I made a video talking about the price of Mario Kart. I already made that video. Go watch it if you haven't watched it already. But for the price of the system itself, the price is good. The price is not, it's not a bad price for what you're getting. I already made a video. Go watch my video about the $80 Mario Kart. We weren't talking about that. We were talking about the price of the system. Doug Bowser was talking about the price of the system itself. He didn't mention Mario Kart in that. At least, well, not in the part that we were talking about. So I already made a video saying I don't like the price of that, but I got it for $50. So once again, I'm not going to sit here and be crazy about 80 when I bought it for 50. If you get the bundle, I got it for 50. So you want me to be angry for somebody else? Sure. What do you want me to say? Let me know. I've already said it in my video, but I can say it now for you if it makes yourself feel good about the price. If you want, I can do that for you. Okay, right, man? 5 for now. If you're talking system price, let it slide. Let it slide. Fudge out of here. How about I put you in a timeout for 30 minutes? You talking way too big. You must be a little boy in your room. Talking about let it slide. You ain't let it. I'll let you slide out of this chat for 30 minutes. Considering I was being nice to you too, explaining. I shouldn't have to explain myself to you. You're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? I just realized that. Let it slide. Fudge out of here. Ain't drop. No, you gotta invest if you're gonna allow let it slide. You're no investor. I don't see no badge next to your name. You don't come in here talking like that, fam. You way too little for that. Come on now. Some little boy you're typing around, let it slide. Fudge out of here. Go get some ice cream. What are you doing, bruh? Let's see here. OJ, you are safe for now. Snap. Let's see. Let it slide. Let's see. This working. I know this working guy work at Nintendo Life. He must be European. You Europeans, man. Y'all think it's okay to talk to people like that? I swear, you get the snot slapped out of you here in America. You talk to people like that. Y'all, is that how Europeans talk when you say y'all let stuff slide? Let me tell you something right now. Let me give you guys a little crash course or something like that. You never talk to somebody that's tougher than you and say, I'll let it slide. Don't do that in America. Now, I said in your European countries, y'all be sitting here, you know, y'all be doing that over there. But don't do it here. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't do that. Apparently, he must be European. He's got to be. Or he's got to be from somewhere else. Because here in America, that's one thing that you probably should not say to somebody. I'll let it slide. That makes it seem like you're above them. Like you're, you know, like you're better than them. Like, oh, you have some type of authority over them, you know? And it's just something that you just shouldn't do. Like I remember one time I said, I'll let that slide. I remember I said it, and I didn't say it in that way, but I said it in a way to my dad. And I swear my dad literally picked me up and rock bottomed me. He like literally just hit me with the rock bottom. Because I forgot what the scenario was. But I said something like, "Oh, it's all good. Like, oh, whatever, Dad. You know, it's cool. I'll let it go." I think I said something like that to "I'll let it go," and he just said, "What?" Boom! He said, "Don't ever talk to me like that. You'll let it go." And I swear, I ain't never said that to anybody since then. I ain't never said anybody since then. Hey, what's up, Rajiv? Welcome to the stream, brother. Yes, that's how European talks, including French people. Okay, that must be a thing over there. Y'all will let stuff slide and all that. Yeah, here in America, no. It's not a thing you say. Unless, like I said, unless you're actually in a position over somebody, then yeah, you say that. But not in the stream. Put the fire on the table and all that. Yeah. Put the fire on the table. It was like a modified rock bottom. I forgot what it was. It started out as like a choke slam because he kind of like grabbed me, and then he just kind of, boom, hit me with threw me down on like the couch. And I thought he was joking at first, but he looked serious, and I was like, oh, he's serious. Let me just chill with all that, you know. So yeah, he says, oof, you said that to your father? I said that to my Asian parents, and there would be nobody to fight. I know. That's why I think I got off good. I got off lucky. Because I remember one time I was like talking back a little bit. I forgot what I said to him, but I remember one time this dude hit me with one of them karate chops. My dad had huge hands. His hands were bigger than mine. I got big hands, but my dad had huge hands. And he hit me with the karate chop, dude. I swear, his hand was so big, it split both sides of my mouth. I looked like Black Joker. It was crazy. It was like, why so serious? He split this side and this. I said, bah, hit me, knocked me back, bro. It was crazy. Literally split both of my sides of my lip open. Like I said, it was like, I looked like I was smiling the whole time. I looked like Black Joker. It was great. Says that's mean. Hey, look, it happens, bro. It happens. Sometimes as a kid, you gotta learn. You gotta get your butt beat because you're being disrespectful. I don't even fault him for both of those times. I'm not even mad at him for both of those times because I was being disrespectful. So I deserved it, you know. So I think that helps you in life. Like it helped me, you know, be more respectful towards people. You know, people that were authority. You know, like you can't just be saying whatever you want to people. You know. Like you got to be careful. You get knocked out. Like you get knocked out if you're not careful, bro. So that it taught me lessons. It taught me lessons, you know. Let's see here. So yeah. Trauma dumping? Nah. Do I sound like I'm upset? I'm not upset at all. Like I said, it was a good thing. It was a good thing. What's up, 10,000 Noodles? Welcome. Like I said, it taught me respect. You gotta teach you respect, man. Sometimes kids that don't grow up getting you know, getting the business done. Like, they grew up disrespectful. Not everybody. Violence isn't always the answer, but I'm just saying, like, at the time that I grew up, yeah, it was the answer. You know, not in today's day, no. I ain't hit my kids. I'm not hitting my kids. But, like, back then, yeah, it was the answer. Today's day, you do different things. Like, you do different stuff. But back then, no, it was the answer. We didn't have all the other stuff to help us in today's day. Back then, it was like, nah, you gotta get spanked. This is how it is, you know? So your dad towering over you like Ganon? The new members gotta hear it? Towering over like Ganon. Which story was that? Was that Alien Isolation, OJ? OJ might be Park Crow. Psh, I wish. So yeah. Let's see here. It says, hell yeah, Switch 2 price is legit. Yeah, it's not a bad price. Once again. It's not a bad price. Let's see here. Switch 2 price is perfect for all of. Yeah, and I know that it's different in different countries, so I know that it's like more like Canada and like certain countries, like it's more expensive. But once again, like if it's too expensive for somebody, like if you thought 350 or if you thought whatever 399 was going to be a good price for the system, you can always trade in your current Switch. Most of these people that are going to buy have their current. Or if you're looking at buying, you probably have a current Switch, so you can trade it in. You can transfer your stuff to the server. You trade it in. You get some discounts on it. Go to GameStop or whatever. So there's ways. And if you can't get it, then that's fine. You can play Switch 1. I mean, Switch 1's still getting some games. You know, or you can play Xbox or PlayStation, or you can play whatever you want. You know, you don't have to buy Switch 2 right away. Which I think Nintendo knows that. They know that everybody that has a Switch isn't gonna rush out and go buy a Switch 2 day one. Obviously, right? They don't even have the units for that. Like if everybody that's still playing Switch said I'm buying a Switch 2 day one, Nintendo would have no stock. There'd be no stock. They wouldn't even be able to fill demand. Like if 100 million people said I'm all buying it day one, there'd be no way. They wouldn't even be able to supply that, and there'd be plenty of sellouts for a very long time. Because it takes a long time to sell 100 million systems, right? So yeah. Let's see. Could never. I'm too kind to the who I love. Tough love of non-family. No, it's all good, man. Tell people are too sensitive and you could be canceled. So discipline kids wisely. Yeah. I don't hit my kids. I just tell them I'll take away a toy. Like no. My daughter used to always go. Ah! That's all you gotta do. Take away the dolls. Remember, I'm like, oh, I'm taking away the doll for like 2 days. She'd just be like, no, okay, I'll do it. I'm sorry. I'm like, all right. So now you're gonna be good? Yes, I'm sorry. All right, here's your doll back. That's all you have to do today's day. Just take away a doll, bro. Back then, it wasn't about taking away the toys. Like the toys were the one thing. Getting your butt beat, that'll teach you a lesson. So back then, it wasn't about the toys. It wasn't about taking away the games, the toys, or whatever. I mean, I know some parents that did. But my parents didn't do that. My parents, no, they like, no, we're gonna beat you. First of all, go to your room, you know. But they weren't that like they weren't like, no, you're not gonna have your games. Like they let us still have, like if we were in trouble, we still had our games. But they would just, you know, we get, like I say, get spanked or something like that. Let's see here. OJ, I got a question. You hear about the good news about Bleach? It's coming May 17th on TV. No, I didn't hear about that. What's going on? Perks of being an IT is I can just take the internet away. Part of me just take away the internet. Like you just yeet the internet away when that's one thing for real. So yeah. It says no social media for 1 hour. No. Yeah, I know, seriously. No TikTok. You take away TikTok from a kid, all of a sudden their whole world is ending, man. Let's see here. Is it true that every single PlayStation console sold 100 million besides the PS3 and PS5? Yes, that's true. PS1, PS2, and PS4 all sold 100 million. That information is public, Shadow of Nexus. Like, that's not something that you have to ask, like, a question about that. Like, is it true? Like, as if it might be a rumor. That is very, very public information and very old information. The PS4 has been out for years now. And obviously, PS1, so that information is easily accessible. So, I mean, I don't mind answering the question, but that's a question that you can easily just look up yourself and see. If you ever want to see the sales of any major system, that stuff is readily, easily, and confirmed out there. You just got to look up best-selling systems. It's on Wikipedia. You can look for sources and links. Everything's all documented, so you never have to really guess, like, did a system actually do this well, or did it not do? Like, that stuff's all out there, you know? In terms of main systems. Some of the smaller systems, it might be harder to find, but any main system from Microsoft, Sony, or Nintendo, or Sega, you can be able to find the sales numbers very easily, and verifiable as well. We'll see. Now we decide to adopt earlier or wait. Prices go up later. Yeah, I mean, I would say this. I would say get the system early. If you can get the system early, get the system early. Because if you get the system early, you can potentially avoid the tariffs that might be coming down, you know? So yeah. Potter says, my son was acting up, not listening. I walked into his room, unplugged his Xbox, and walked out of the room. Couldn't help but laugh, becoming my dad. Yeah, I mean, in today's day, I would say this. Like, when my boy gets older, yeah, if he's acting up, definitely going to take away his... Like, I will take away his system from him. My parents didn't do that to me, but that's because they would hit me. So, like, for my boy, if he's acting up, I'm definitely taking away systems. I'm unplugging, I'm taking away systems. I'm going to do stuff like that, absolutely. If he acts up, you know? So, yeah, I'm going to do the same thing, because I'm not going to hit him. You know, I'm too tired. And to be honest, there might be a time when he might be able to beat me up. So, like, I don't want all that pent-up rage, because there's probably going to be a time where he's going to be able to kick my butt, because his genetics are way better than mine. Because he was planned, and he was nutrients and vitamins, and the boy's big and he's strong. I know that he's big and he's strong, so he's probably gonna if I hit him, he's probably gonna build that anger up and then probably destroy me later. So I don't want that to happen either. So it'd probably be like if I hit him, then all of a sudden, like when he's 14 or 15, I'll come in there and hit him. He's acting up. He'll just like grab the belt or just grab my hand. I'll be like, what? It'll be like, like throw me into the wall. Just take me, smash me, throw me out of the room. You'll probably do that, bro. You'll probably do something like that, man. So I'm good. Because he'll probably be bigger. He'll probably be taller and bigger than me by the time that he's like 13, 14, 15 years old, something like that, right? So yeah. Let's see. We see the black guy on the stream. We'll know what. Yeah, seriously, man. Bruised up. Also, it's funny that these PC fanboy YouTubers don't want to talk about Genki lawsuit, but they're willing to talk about Power World lawsuit recently because it's looking good for Nintendo. Because it's not looking good for Nintendo. What, the Power? I don't even care. They talk about whatever lawsuit they want to talk about. Your son's taking away his console. I'll let it slide over next time you're in trouble. No, I'll take away his. I don't care how old he gets. Like if he doesn't want to listen, I'll take his console away. Listen, I'm still, like I said, if I have to go Super Saiyan, I'll go Super Saiyan. But I ain't gonna let him cook me. I'm gonna keep training. Listen, Nintendo Switch 2 console literally sold out and restock anytime soon. There's gonna be more units at launch. So we'll see. My son was almost 15 and he wouldn't even try that with me unless I opened the door. Yeah. No, I don't think my boy's gonna be a good boy. Obviously, he's got a good mom and a good dad and a good support system, so he would never do anything like that. But I'm just kind of joking around. So you still have anger from your dad hitting you. I'm sorry. I don't mean to bring up any bad memories or bad trauma from people with this, guys. So my bad if that happened and it wasn't a good experience for you guys or if you were abused. My bad. I don't mean to bring that up. So I'm sorry about that. Canada best. Talk about the Black Panther suit or something. Take the hit. Kinetic energy blast. Okay. Let's see. I was so damn scared of my dad. I don't ever even dream of acting up with him. Yeah. Exactly. Shout outs though. I don't even have a single care about what happens to Nintendo and Power World. Not something I care about. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about the Nintendo Power World lawsuit. If they lose, then they lose. If they win, then they win. Like, I don't care about lawsuits. Same thing with Genki. I don't care about lawsuits. That's not my thing. I mean, Power World, they've already made a number of changes to address the lawsuit stuff. So, you know, whatever. Like, I don't care. I don't care about Power World. I tried to play it. It's a game. It's okay. It's not complete. It's not very good, in my opinion. So that's just me. Crispy Tope with the $1 dono says, hey, OJ, I don't think you've heard you talk about the Elder Scrolls games before. Did you ever play them? I did. I played on the channel. Yeah, I did. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, I played that. I never had one. I played the Oblivion Remastered. It's amazing. Such respect for this game. Yeah, I played, I played Skyrim on the channel when that came out on the Switch, but I played it originally on the 360 as well. And yeah, it's just not my cup of tea anymore. That's why I don't really talk about it. Because I just don't care about it anymore. But I used to play. I played Oblivion back when it came out. I rented it on the 360, and then I played Skyrim. I played a lot of that on the Xbox 360. Then I played a lot of it on the Switch. And yeah, I'm just done with those type of games though. Like, I'm just done. So that's the reason why I haven't really talked about it too much. But yeah, I'm good on Oblivion too. Like I thought about it, but I'm like, nah, I'm good. I have the original Oblivion, like with Shivering Isles and all that, like 360 backwards compatibility. But I didn't even like really worry about that playing that game. So yeah, I'm good. I think I'm good on Bethesda. Just Bethesda in general. I think I'm good on like most of their games, if not all their games. I don't think I'm gonna play them anymore. So yeah, even like Doom or like id Bethesda, like I think I'm just done playing Bethesda games. Which I've tried them all. Like I've tried so many of them, and I've just never really, it's never really clicked with me for a lot of their games. Like outside, I mean Skyrim just a little bit. But yeah, I just don't feel like playing them anymore. I'd rather play, you know, other stuff. Like I'd rather play other RPGs and other stuff now. But I mean, I gave it a decent shot though. Nintendo already won the lawsuit against Power Up, but I don't get this. I thought Power was already basically dead. No, it's not dead. It's people are still playing. Let's see here. What do I think of Evil Land? It's okay. Played a lot of Oblivion back in the day. Still think Shivering Isles is one of the best expansions of all time. Yeah, I heard it was really good. My friend A-Train, he played a ton of Shivering Isles. He loved Oblivion. Like that was like one of his favorite games on 360. So yeah, what do I think of the games? Will be awesome. NS2 can run 4K and stuff. I mean, some games will be able to be able to, but a lot of games probably won't, because like a lot of games don't even run at 4K on a PS5 Pro. Like I have like, you know, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, and that does not run at native 4K, and that's on a PS5 Pro. So yeah, a lot of games probably won't run native 4K. Okay, Yursum might be powerful. Super Saiyan 2. Shout out to Mr. Davis. Does the RPGs don't really do it for me? Yeah, they just don't do it for me. They're just too, like, obtuse. They're like too ghetto. I don't know. I don't know how to describe like the type of feel of Bethesda RPGs. They're just like the combat's just so like, it's just like you're slapping, like the way that they combat like the first person, and I'm okay. I'm good. It's okay. A lot of talking and weird. It's just stuff. I don't like hearing like the old English, and I don't know, man. It's just not for me. It's just not for me. Like it's still really good though. Not that I'm not saying that the games are bad, but it's just, yeah, this is janky. This is janky. It's just weird, you know. But it's not like you know, it's just not like it's just for me, you know. It's just So yeah. It's all good, though. It's all good. Not like I said, nothing necessarily wrong with the games per se for other people. So, what do you think of the games that are awesome on NS2 that can run on 4K and stuff? Games that will be awesome. There's not many games that are going to be able to run at 4K, Cow. So yeah, I don't see many games running at 4K on Switch 2. At least not native. Is the combat like GoldenEye slappers only? Somewhat, yeah. It's like swiping, like swiper knows, like everything's like a swipe in that game. It's like, it's like not lit. It's like it feels so like, haha, I'm going to the Renaissance Fair. Like it just feels like, you guys know that movie Grown Ups? Is that movie like, it reminds me of like the movie Grown Ups, like with that guy from Kick-Ass and the guy from McLovin, like that guy. It just reminds me of like Renaissance Fair, like, I'm eating my big chicken meat, you know, stuff like I don't feel like playing it, you know. I just don't feel like playing it anymore. If I'm gonna play an RPG, I want it to be like a lit RPG, like Claire Obscure. That RPG's lit. I want it to be like Xenoblade. That's lit. Astral Chain, like games like that. I don't like, you know, one-man talking simulators, slapping, like swiping simulators, like old English. Like I'm just done with that style of game. Once again, it's still good for people that like that, but I'm just good. I'm good, you know. Yeah, Kingdom Come Deliverance is kind of like the same thing. Like, I know it's maybe better than, some people say it's better than Skyrim, or better than, like, you know, some people say that, but yeah, it's the same thing. I don't really feel like playing that style of game anymore. So I didn't even bother with the first game, or I'm probably not gonna play the second game, you know. Feel like it'd be blown away when eventually see Smash 6 Mario Kart World would be a good sign of it, since people thought Mario Kart World could evolve. Yeah. No, there's not going to be any SIM card in Switch 2. No. Was watching Nintendo Prime's stream last night, and he confirmed that people are paying up to $1,700 on eBay for Switch 2. FOMO was real. I mean, he didn't have to confirm that. You can go and see on eBay yourself. But yeah, he talked about it apparently, right? OJ, can you give me the rundown of all the games you're gonna get that are key card? I don't really know right now, Dizzy, so I have to wait and see like what review codes I get and stuff like that. Because I'm not gonna buy a key card if I'm just gonna get a review code for it. Role models, there we go. Role models, that's it. Like, I'm not trying to be like in that type of atmosphere, like the Renaissance Fair stuff and all that, like knights and that stuff's cool. It's just those RPGs just aren't lit enough for me. Like, there's a certain amount of lit that I like in my RPGs. Like, so like if you play, let me give you guys an example. Claire Obscura Expedition 33, it's so cool. It's like Verso from Ben Starr. Like, that role that he plays, it's like, you feel like Dante from Devil May Cry with Verso. His little rating system, or like, let's say Luna, she's like a maze, but she's like Mokutone. She feels like an anime character. Like, the way that she kicks, she does like spinning, like kind of like Eddie Gordo at times. Like, she does like spinning back kicks and like roundhouses, and like the animations are cool. Like, when she does like her earth jutsu or whatever she has, like, it's like comes out of the ground, like she like swipes with it. It looks cool. It looks lit. It's not like static animations and, you know, stuff. Like, it just looks way more cool. So I like kind of like the lit stuff. I don't like the cornerly type of, like, you know, like simulator type of game, right? Like that's like Oblivion. Those are like simulators. Like, you got like weights and you're sitting there picking up stuff. Like, something like with Starfield, right? Starfield, you got like weight and you got like backpacks and you got like, you know, tools and food and stuff like that. Like, you're eating cheese wheels and, you know, drinking wine and stuff. Like, you're doing all this like old English crap, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be doing all that no more. Like, Starfield, like, you got all this like equipment and packs and rare different types of laser guns and stuff. Like, I don't want to do all that, bro. So yeah, like, I'm just tired of playing. I don't want to play RPGs like that, where I'm just sitting here constantly like collecting like forks and spoons and, you know what I'm saying, like all that. So yeah, I'm good. So essentially, it's like a lit RPGs chicken with spices and sauce. Non-lit RPGs chicken with little no spices. I wouldn't even go that far. I would just say like you could like RPG that's like not lit, like Oblivion to me, like not lit. Skyrim not lit anymore for me. But those could be like super complex dish meals that are maybe just too much seasoning, too much flavor, too much. Whereas, like, I like a little bit more crafted experience that's just lightly seasoned, but still very good. Nice little sauce on the side, but also just the technique is good. You know what I'm saying? It's not just throw everything in the kitchen sink at it, but the technique is smooth and good. So, like, no, like, people that like that type of stuff, it's fine. Like, I'm not trying to knock it or anything like that. Like, those type of games are good. It's just not for me, you know? It's just not for me. Like, too many cooks in the kitchen type of games, right? There's too many cooks in the kitchen, like, type of thing. How fare thee, good sir? We embark upon the morrow. Yeah, exactly. How they talking those? I got another question. Might have to call this person out because it made another video about you said you do not play games. Makes oh my god, not that Gamesta person again. I'm not calling out Gamesta person. I'm not calling him out, bro. Like, he looks like a milk dud. His head looks like a milk dud, and he's too weird. And he's got mental issues. The guy. He's got mental issues. His parents might have been related, so he came out really weird. So I don't really like making fun of like mentally challenged or mentally disabled people. So I think I'm gonna just refrain from making videos or talking about him. I play video games. You guys all know that I do. I have proof of that. Obviously, I've shown you guys my file for any game that I review on the channel. I show you guys my file. You guys know that I play. If I beat a game, I tell you guys here's what I beat, and I put up my save file for that game. Like I did it with SMT. I did it with Metaphor Refantasio. I do it with any game that I play. Claire Obscure, when I do my review for that game, you guys will see it. So I'm not really going to mess with mentally disabled people. Like I said, Mr. Davis, if you want, you can go to his stream and tell him, hey, man, I feel sorry for your parents because they're related. Like, I'm sorry for you. He's a weirdo. He's been talking about me for like a decade now or almost close to that, and he's still nowhere in life. The dude is still absolutely nowhere in life. He's a loser, lives in a basement, smells weird. Like I said, super ugly. Not that I'm trying to go ad hominem. I'm just saying he's really ugly, and he's just always angry about stuff. So I can't really do anything about that. But I don't, like I said, I don't like picking on mentally challenged people. So I'm just gonna refrain from talking more about it. You know. So yeah. Let's see. Are you eating Mexican food? Cinco de Mayo? Oh yeah, today is Cinco de Mayo. No, I didn't have Mexican food today. No Mexican food today. Maybe next year. Um, his channel's been failing for a long time. He's literally been doing nothing his whole life. Like, he's a complete weirdo. Really weird, like I said, really weird. And like you can tell like the nastiness of his channel, the nastiness of him is like reflects on his looks because like I said, he's really ugly. So yeah. Um I wanted to taco so bad and I had to pass because I'm trying to cut weight. Yeah. Trying to cut weight too, man. But I had fast food today because my wife wanted Carl's Jr. So I'm not doing a good job. And I ate out the other day because she wanted something else. So I gotta cut weight. Or you got to make your own. You got to make your own homemade tacos. You got to go get the shell yourself. You got to go cook the meat yourself. You know, lay off on the cheese. You can just go with like the diced vegetables or pico de gallo. Those ones aren't too bad. Um. So yeah, I'm pretty much over Bethesda as well. Combat is too clunky and the games are just a buggy mess. Yeah, exactly. What other Western RPGs do you like besides Claire, Skyrim, and Mass Effect? That's about it. To be honest, Skyrim is I don't know if I even like Skyrim anymore. I'd probably say just like Clair Obscur and Mass Effect. That's about it. I don't really like Western RPGs. I don't think there's many Western RPGs that I actually like. So that's about it. I've tried Cyberpunk. I already played Cyberpunk on the PS5. I don't really love Cyberpunk, so yep, not really Cyberpunk either. So yeah, really just Clair Obscur and Mass Effect. Those are like the two. But Clair Obscur almost like doesn't count because like it's not even it's a Western developed RPG, but they just copied a bunch of Japanese RPGs. So it's like, yeah, sure, it's Western, but not really. What's up, Evan? Evan Kenrook's in the chat. What's good, fam? Welcome to the stream. How you doing today? Shout outs. What's up, Chupacabra? Welcome to the stream, brother. How you doing today? There's not much good Western RPGs nowadays, that's for sure. Mostly lack the sauce. Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, for other people, there definitely is. I'm not sitting there and saying that there isn't. Like, obviously, Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, that stuff's really good. Like, I'll probably check it out again on Switch. That I don't think I'm gonna like it, but I'll probably check it out just because. But when it comes to like, other Western RPGs, there's good stuff. It's just not for me. And I think that's the biggest difference between me and like some other, creators or whatever. People like to sit there and say if they don't like something, it's like the worst thing ever. That's like garbage, and it's like, no, it's a bad game. Nobody can like it. But for me, it's like I know that the games are good. They're just not for me like anymore. But I used to be into Western RPGs a lot. Like I used to be into Fallout and Skyrim and obviously Oblivion, and I used to play all sorts of stuff, Western wise. Obviously, Mass Effect was great. Another like I played Witcher. Like I played stuff, but it just kind of fell out for me. So yeah. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3. It's fantastic, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. See, so for some reason I could not get into Metaphor. Probably because you don't really like turn-based RPGs like that. Maybe that'd be the only thing that I can think of. Um, Baldur's Gate 3 did really well. Divinity Original Sin is incredible. Depends on your audience. Yeah, and those games are great. There's nothing wrong with those games. Those games are fantastic. Our Yu Yu Hakusho group all here? Yeah, let's go, Yu Yu Hakusho. Yeah, Bioshock's not an RPG, but yeah. You were into Western RPGs when they were peak, and that is rare one slaps. Yeah, I think my peak years of Western RPG was like the PS3 360 days. But Mass Effect was always the cream of the crop. Like I always felt Mass Effect was the best one. Like, oh man, Mass Effect is the top of the top. And like still a decade plus later, the last good Mass Effect game came out in 2012, Mass Effect 3. Andromeda is not very good. All the mobile gaming crap, that's not very good. But I guess you can say 2021, that was the remaster of the Mass Effect trilogy. But like Mass Effect 3, Mass Effect 2, Mass Effect 1, all the DLCs, those were all fantastic. And those were great. But it's been 13 years now. Yeah, or 12. Yeah, 13. It's been 13 years since Mass Effect 3. And I still, like, up until Clair Obscur, I had not played a Western RPG that I felt that was anywhere near as good as the Mass Effect franchise. Until Clair Obscur. So, yeah, I'm not a fan of first-person RPGs. Like, I'm not a fan. I don't think I've ever, like, truly, like, in terms of modern. But then again, like, I've played third-person RPGs, like Western RPGs, and I don't really like those as well. Like, there's, like, Witcher 3. I've tried Witcher 3 on, like, every single platinum or platform imaginable, and I just never been able to get into Witcher 3. I think it's good. I think one thing that I don't like is I don't like I don't like one man RPG, like, you know, one man RPGs. And I know that you can get followers and companions, but I kind of like to have a party. Like Clair Obscur, you have a party. You know, you have a party of different people. Obviously, JRPGs, you have a party. And if it is gonna be like a one man RPG, I want it to be kind of more like I guess more like an action game or something like that, right? More like a DMC or with some RPG elements, or like Astral Chain DMC with RPG elements or weird type of gameplay. So for me, yeah, I'm just not really big into like hardcore RPGs like without a party. And like first person, also first, like that's like the death nail to me. One man RPG, first person, no party, or like only one companion. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm out. Like I don't really care, you know. So, so yeah. Jade Empire was great. I like Jade Empire. I like Jade Empire a lot. Yeah. I love turn-based RPG games, but I think the thing I hate Persona, but I love SMT. Metaphor is kind of like SMT and Persona. It's kind of a little bit of both, but it's kind of more like Persona at times. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of the structure is more like Persona because like SMT doesn't have like the days and all that type of stuff, like the calendar and all that. You think we'll get a new BioShock game anytime soon? No, but there's a game called Judas. That game, it got delayed. That game's like pretty much the spiritual successor to BioShock. That's coming out. It was supposed to come out, I guess, March, or it's supposed to come out this year. I don't know if it got delayed to later or what's going on with it. But anyway, Judas. Check out Judas. I really need to get Clair Obscura, but I've been slacking on single player games. Oh, I've been slacking. Oh man, I'm like almost 40 hours into Clair Obscura, but a lot of it's just been grinding though. I'll be honest. Like it's not like I've been going through the campaign because my little title card says that I'm 47% done with the game. But I've already put in like almost 40 hours. The game is not that long. Like it shouldn't be that long. Most people that I see are beating it like in like 20 something or 30 hours. So it's the fact that I've been doing grinding, like I've been beating super bosses probably before I'm supposed to beat them, you know, things like that. Finding like the little side sub boss thingies, you know. So beating chapter 2. Okay, yeah, I gotta finish. I think I'm almost done with that. So I know you beat it pretty quickly. But yeah, I'm like 30 something hours in. So I'll probably get through it. I'll probably get through it tonight. I'll probably get through that second chapter tonight because I'm probably pretty close to beating that second chapter. So yeah. Most of these YouTubers are, why do you think they are so weird looking? No, but no, but this guy, trust me, if you saw him, like I said, he's like a really, really, really ugly version of like Wayne Brady. You know what I'm saying? Like think like Wayne Brady, but just like insanely ugly. Not even that. I wouldn't even say like I think like Mr. Potato Head maybe. I think like a really ugly version of Mr. Potato Head. Never mind, not Wayne Brady. Wayne Brady's a good looking guy, but like yeah, like take like Mr. Potato Head and then yeah, you just make him really ugly, like even uglier, like that. Yeah. Um. Let's see here. Solo Nepion. What's up, Solo Nepion? Welcome to the stream. Chill night for me playing some Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Hope everything goes well. Hope good to everyone. Yeah, everything's good, man. Shout outs. Welcome. Welcome. No, don't worry about it, sweet tea. It's all good, man. Let's see. You don't find popsicle stick and banana YouTubers attractive? Where's your sense of wonder? No, I don't care about anybody's looks overall. You know, anybody can look any way that they want to look. It's fine by me. I'm just saying what I think. Switch 2 saved by Microsoft, saved by Halo Reach. Saved by Halo Reach. Switch 2 saved by Halo Reach. Let's go, baby. Saved by Forza. Forza Motorsport 2. Forza Motorsport 2, baby. Remember? When they gave you actual real color manuals? Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. They even teach you how to race in this game. Look at this. Do they teach you how to race? Yeah, look. Turn types. Understanding how to turn, like how you take your turns on it. Hardcore racing for Forza fans. Forza fans. Motorsport 2, baby. All glory to Microsoft. Hey, oh, hi OJ. Optional. Would you say Xenoblade X is if you played all 3? How optional? It's optional. You don't have to play Xenoblade X, but I recommend it though. Wow, that was random Halo Reach on your desk. I actually took a picture. I might post it on Twitter earlier, but yeah, it was because of the whole Gears of War thing. I was looking for my Gears of War and I found it so I could take a picture. But then I also found like my original Halo. I found like my Halo Reach. I found Forza. So I found some of these Xbox games. Gears was in the garage. This copy of Gears was in the garage, but these other ones were already inside. Or no, and so was Forza. But these two were already. They were just like down here, like they were just like down there. So it was easy to find them. The copies look so clean. Yeah, some of these are actually copies that I like. It's not my original copy. It's like my older copy, and then like I bought them again, or I got like my brother gave me another copy. So some of them are actually almost pretty much brand new. Like you can see, like so some of them are actually really new because my brother got it from someone, and he would just buy the game and he would just not play it. Then my brother got all them, and then my brother gave me a lot of the games. So these aren't all of my. I still have some of my original copies that are kind of more messed up. So a lot of these are like almost perfectly preserved. Even like this Halo 2 is like almost perfectly preserved with the box. Like it's almost looks like a new copy, and it's original Xbox game that came out more than 20 years ago. But it even has like the inserts. It even has like the little inserts that are in pretty good condition, and the Xbox Live scratch code for 2 months free. So a lot of it's actually pretty well, and it even smells like it's new. So a lot of it's actually preserved insanely well. That's the crazy thing with a lot of these. So yeah, with a lot of these extra games that I got. Halo Reach as well. I have my original copy of Halo Reach, but this is definitely like an extra one that I got. An extra copy of Halo Reach. It even has the Kmart receipt that he used to buy it back in. Oh, let's see. 10/11/2010. Yeah, at Kmart. 10/11/2010. Had a $20 gaming coupon though. So yeah, shout outs to Kmart for Halo Reach back in the day. But yeah, I have another copy over here too. So yeah. Yeah, Kmart. How's the ink not faded? Because it was perfectly preserved inside and not in like a place where it would fade it. So it's kind of faded, but it's not that bad. Because like I said, it's preserved well. It was clamped shut. It wasn't opened and touched a lot. So yeah. Let's see here. First person RPGs are not. I think you're behind on the stream a little bit, Mr. Humble, but it's okay. OJ, my idea for third-party game keys, and then sell us different size game cards we can pop it to Switch to, visit the eShop, buy the digital game to burn on if received the title sticker. I have no idea what that means, Solo Nepion. So since I can't confirm, since I don't understand what that means, that's probably not going to happen. See, physical collectors are the best. Changed my mind. Physical collections are good if you have the space to have them. They're really good. I mean, luckily and thankfully, I'm blessed to have the space to be able to have a physical collection. But I know there's a lot of people that don't. So yeah. Oh my gosh, Felipe is being silly. Truist says rip Walmart. Yeah, rip Walmart, man. It's all good though, dude. It's all good. I'm really enjoying this stream though, so make sure you guys hit that like button. If you have not hit that like button yet, hit that like button, let them know that we're streaming. We got 152 likes, not bad, but it'd be great if we can get to 200 plus likes today. So 200 plus likes, let's get that combo meter up as well. We are at nearly the 2-hour mark, so we still got another about hour or so to go. If you guys have questions, feel free to tag me at PlayerEssence, hashtag PlayerEssence by itself. More than happy to answer all of your beautiful, awesome, lovely Elite Ninja questions. Talk about some Final Fantasy as well. There's a really interesting video that I put up not too long ago talking about Final Fantasy and what's going on with the Final Fantasy with Clair Obscur and what they should do next. So what do you guys think, man? Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, obviously all that. But then also Final Fantasy 16 being like a pure action game, kind of no party members. What do you guys think they should do? Should they have like a dual thing, like where one of them is a turn-based RPG, another one is a action RPG? How do you guys think, or how do you guys feel about that? I'm actually okay if they did like a remake series where that's like the action RPG, and then like, or let's just say they have certain, like they make a whole separate side thing. Final Fantasy action games, and then Final Fantasy turn-based games. Like, I think that'd be kind of cool. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat here. Shout outs to Rajiv. Thank you for the subscription, man. I appreciate that. Let's go. You're going to trade those old games? Nah. They were a gift from my brother, so I'm not going to trade them in or anything like that, because they were a gift. I have a PC, but I use it for work, so I try to buy graphically intense games on my PC. With my Switch for non-Nintendo exclusive indies. How do you see that combo? Yeah, it's not bad. That's good. I'm at a couple more trade-ins. I can do it. Okay, $172 for my whole Switch too. Okay, nice. Let's go, Killer Ninja. I like FF16. It was fun. Yeah. FF17 should be 3-player co-op game. I mean, 3 players, so not 4 squads or duos. So yeah, it'd be like, what's that game? Stranger of Paradise? That game. They already did that. So I got painkillers for my jaw and I'm far more drunk than usual. It's okay. 10,000 noodles. I think all JRPGs post Expedition should have the dodge and parry. So you want every game to feel like Expedition 33? I think that's a bad idea. I've heard people say that, and I think that that's a really, really bad idea for many, many, many reasons. So, for example, in a game like Metaphor ReFantazio, where there's a lot of different magic spells, a lot of different types of enemy attack patterns, way more than Clear Obscure, you're gonna have to remember all of those things. And on top of that, in Metaphor, you get multiple turns. So having a parry and a dodge system on top of getting extra turns, I think that's gonna break the system overall. So I see what people are saying. I know it's nice, but it's not something that you can just implement into every single RPG. It wouldn't work. It works for Clair Obscur, but I don't think it's gonna work for other RPGs like a press turn system, you know, where you can just dodge and parry everything on top of getting multiple different attacks per turn, you know. Let's see here. Charchar with the $2 says, can we expect Wind Waker HD port? I mean, it's possible, but they're doing it on the NSO, so I'm not sure if that's going to be 100% a thing. But yeah, good question though. I mean, but it is possible for sure. Yeah, they could. Could do like a double pack maybe. Let's see. Legend of Dragoon is Bloodborne Hell. I bet it's come back. Go play Paper Mario. Okay. Did you see Secure Switch 2? I did. Let's see. Yes, I did. I did secure it. Yeah, I secured it. Yeah, I was going a little crazy. My brother secured one for me, then I was able to get maybe another one as a backup. So yeah. So yeah, it was good. Very good, very good. Oh, OJ, apparently all Switch games are on 64 GB cards. That's what Ninty is supplying right now. Odd. That's not confirmed. We cannot confirm that all games that are physical are on. Yeah, that's not confirmed. That's just a loose rumor. I covered it on the channel, and there is nothing that actually says that, and I can't track down a source. It's just essentially a rumor at this point. So we have to wait and see. Like, it'd be very weird if Donkey Kong Bonanza, a 10 GB game, is on a 64 GB cartridge. I mean, it could be the case. I could be, you know, that could be it, but that just seems really, like, off, you know. GameCube version sucks to play. HD port is superior in every way. It is superior in pretty much every single way, yes. It's not as good as the HD version. I agree. So we'll see about, like I said, we have to wait and see, Rajiv. Once we get the Switch 2 and we can get like the games, we can do teardowns. And John Spawnwave says that you should be able to find out how big the cartridge is by opening it up. So we'll see. I think parry, dodge, jump might be too complicated for a lot of casual players. There are some people that really hate Clair Obscur Expedition 33 because of that. So yeah, I was gonna say no, it's fine, but no, there's actually, I'm not gonna say who, but I was definitely having some conversations with someone that literally hates the game because of the parry and the dodge and the all that. So I was just laughing because it was so hilarious. And then I did get into a conversation with one guy on, well, I didn't get into a conversation, but I saw what he wrote. He was like, oh, he basically said that it was like they lied that it was they did malpractice, like it was, you know, what would you call when something false advertising, because they said that it's not a turn-based RPG, it's like an action RPG, and I'm like, no, it's that you stand still, it's a turn-based, you go in turns, it's a turn-based RPG. But no, he was saying that there's too much action because you're having to dodge and you're having to parry. So there was one guy that was saying, and people were agreeing with it. I'm like, okay, yeah, you just got some like super casuals, right? That are playing the game. Turn-based with RPG elements. No, it's just a turn-based RPG. Like most of the time, turn-based games are RPGs. So it's not elements of an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG. It's like turn-based, but you know, got a little RPG. No. It's a turn-based RPG. Like, hold up. Okay, yes, real-time elements. We call those real. No, it wasn't Dreamcast guy. He loves the game. Real-time elements. Real-time. That's what they advertise it as. This is a turn-based RPG with real-time elements. You know. I'm still really, I think excited for Expedition 33. Okay, yeah, excited. 80 British pounds. Oh my goodness. Yeah, DK64 is expensive. I once stumbled into a horse Twitter. Oh my gosh, that Twitter's crazy. So yeah. Let's see. Bro, do you think Sakurai will get Smash Online right this time? I think so. They wanted to use rollback netcode last time, but they ended up just not being able to do it. So I think they'll probably do it this time, but that doesn't mean it's going to work completely great. I mean, you can have rollback, doesn't mean it's going to work. But yeah, I bet RGT is going nuts because the Knicks just came back in OT. Some people said Knicks. I wanted to see what happened. So yeah, they got a steal and they won the game. So stole one already, and weren't they down by a lot? So anyway, there you go. RGT's probably going crazy right now. That's awesome. That's so good. I'm happy for him. Oh man, good stuff. Well, when Jaylen Brown shoots 1 for 10 from 3-point range, yeah, you might not win many games when you're shooting 1 for 10. So let's see. The Knicks beat Boston. No way. Boston. It's Boston in 5 either way. Let's see. All right, we'll see. If the Pokemon Scarlet update on Switch 2 don't fix it, I'm a riot. Get ready to riot. No, I'm joking. I think it'll be okay. I see review. It would be cool to see you review some big RPGs like Expedition. I do. So if you want to see my reviews for other big RPGs, I've done Xenoblade, I've done Fire Emblem, I've done most of the big RPGs that come out on Switch or on PlayStation. I've already done. So if you want to see my big RPG reviews, they're on the channel. You want to watch my past ones at least. But yes, I'm gonna do an RPG review for Expedition when I'm done. I don't do the reviews beforehand. I just do impressions. But hey, shout out to my man the cat. I didn't give a proper shout out to my man Nick. Shout out to the homie the cat. Make sure you guys all go sub to his channel. He's awesome. One of the best Smash players ever in the history of Super Smash Bros. And I'm not capping on that one. He is actually one of the best Smash players ever. So check out my man the cat. Big love, dog. How you doing today, brother? How you doing today? But yes, I hope Sakurai gets it right. I'm not sure if he will, but I think that at least at the bare minimum, there'll be rollback. At least. I think rollback will be a thing. So I think there'll at least be that. Let's see here. OJ, did you play Secret of Mana back in the day? Of course I did. I played it back when it came out. That was actually one of the first RPGs that got me loving RPGs. It was the same guy that actually gave my brother all of these games. It was him. That's my brother's best friend. Big old tall white guy. Like 6'5". Big old tall white guy. Literally Larry Bird. Dude was literally Larry Bird on the basketball court. Could just shoot. And he was like Dan Marino. He had a cannon arm and he could shoot the basketball. I actually saw him not too long ago. And he texted me the night of the what's it called? The pre-order stuff. But yeah, he came over. I remember this. I was little. But I was little. He came over. I remember just looking up and just being like, man, this guy's tall. You know? And it was my brother's friend. It was the first time I ever saw him, and he brought a cartridge. And it was freaking Secret of Mana back in like 1991 or something like that. I remember him coming over to the crib. a little, it wasn't really a little apartment that we had. It was a 3-bedroom apartment, but, you know, little in today's day, I guess. I remember us all sitting down there, and he's like, check this out. And, like, he had a multi-tap, and he plugged in the multi-tap, and he brought his controller. We already had 2, he brought his, and we all played the same game, the same. It blew my mind. Like, I could not believe it, because, like, I had played Final Fantasy, I had played, you know, Crystal, like, I had played other RPGs, like Legend of Zelda, Original Zelda. Like, I knew of RPGs, like, I have played a bunch of RPGs. But that was the first time that I ever played an RPG local multiplayer, where we're all playing on the same screen, and it just blew my mind. It was like the craziest thing that I'd ever seen at that time. And it was like, yeah, I was like, this guy's cool, you know? Like, I was like, this guy's cool. I've known him for like 30 plus years now. So I'm like, this guy's awesome. So yeah, that's when I first played it, and it was so cool. It was so much fun. Secret of Mana I keep looking for on the eShop. It's in the Mana collection. So if you want Secret of Mana, you can't buy it individually. You got to buy it in the collection. It's called Collection of Mana, and it comes with the Final Fantasy Mana game. It comes with Secret of Mana, and it comes with Seiken Densetsu 3 or Secret of Mana 3. So, Collection of Mana. Collection of Mana. That's where it's at. It's not individual. Well, if Bandai Namco wants to have a legit online Kirby Air Riders, then they should put rollback netcode. I don't think that's that's all on Sakurai. I don't know what you're talking about. Kirby Air Riders? Kirby Air, that's a different game. So, yeah, it's probably going to be like, how a fighting game would operate compared to how like a racing game would be. Those would work a little bit differently in terms of what you have to do and like how you code for them and stuff like that. Collection, thank you. No problem. Imagine trying to find something and you can't find it because you didn't know it was called Collection of Mana. That's crazy. It's all good, Mr. Black. I'm glad that I can help you. So are they updating Mario Wonder and U Deluxe? Are they updating Mario Wonder and U Deluxe? Just Mario, or just U Deluxe for right now. They're probably adding game share. Mario Wonder already has online play. U Deluxe does not. So I'm guessing they're adding game share to U Deluxe. So you can play online. Or you can game share and play online. Never mind, I thought you were talking about Air Riders, not Smash. Oh, okay, yeah. I was talking about Smash. Nick asked a question about Smash. I was talking about Smash, not Air Riders. So yeah. Yeah, guys, the Chrono Trigger stuff was not real. The interpreter pulled a interpreter type of thing, and he added that in there. He was having a little bit of fun. He probably drinking a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And he added that in there, so yeah. Don't worry about the whole Chrono Trigger thing. That's like stupid. So yeah. Sucks though. Is Tony Hawk getting a Switch 2 version? Tony Hawk 3 and 4? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's getting a Switch 2 version. I don't know about Tony Hawk 1 and 2, but Tony Hawk 3 and 4 is getting a Switch 2 version, yes. Interpreted destroyed it all. Yeah, he destroyed it. Completely ruined it for everybody. Sucks. Ah, so terrible. So terrible. I hate it. Oh, dude. I remember using GameFAQs to get past parts in games like on the PS2 that I couldn't get past the part, and I needed help. This was before YouTube. I remember reading these slow, old, crusty forums where they would roll it out and they would, oh my gosh, it was terrible, man. It was terrible. Oh man, this is why I never trust these Japanese translators 100%. Well, it wasn't Japanese. It was they were in Naples, right? So it's like French or whatever, or something like that, or wherever they were in Europe. But yeah, it was a Japanese to like French translator or whatever, or Japanese. It wasn't Japanese to English. I don't think it was. Instead of Starfield, I picked up Star Ocean. Star Ocean's good. Which Star Ocean did you get? I think you meant Fortnite instead of Fartnite. That's a really funny typo. Fortnite and Roblox players are trying different games, or unless you called it that on purpose. This man out here saying Fortnite. Part of me is terrified that Square Enix will just wreck these games that we love, but Star Ocean 2 allayed those fears. Yeah, Star Ocean 2 was very good. Star Ocean 2 was very good. It was very good. I liked it. Hi players says, hey, what's up, Ashley? Do you believe the rumor of Xbox IPs are coming to Switch 2? I mean, I don't know if it's really a rumor because Phil Spencer already said that they're going to be supporting Switch 2. So I don't think it's really a rumor. You know, I think it's kind of more like, not if, or just like when. Second Story R, I haven't played it yet. Yeah, Second Story R is very good. It's a very good game. OG Skies of Arcadia is awesome. We need to see that come over to the GameCube. Nintendo Switch Online, that'd be great. Yep, we need that as well. What's your favorite RPG of all time? Chrono Trigger. I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again. Chrono Trigger is my favorite RPG of all time. Is Chrono Trigger. It's my favorite game of all time, actually. Chrono Trigger is my favorite game. Sorry, I know that you're new, D Ziller. I'm just saying it because I'm saying it with some pizzazz and bravado. Yes, Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time. I love Chrono Trigger. It's the GOAT. It's the greatest game. It's so good. And I have the 2 best versions of the game if you guys want to see that. Give me 1 second. I can show you guys my Chrono Trigger collection, which I actually have all the versions of Chrono Trigger. I have the PC version. I have the PlayStation 1 version. I have the I think like the PS Vita version that you download. I have like that version. I also have the sealed DS version of the game. This was a good investment. I bought it for $60, like back I think in like 2018 or 2019, and I think it's over 200 sealed now. So it's not a bad investment, even though I'm not gonna sell it. So Chrono Trigger, and on DS, this is probably the best version of the game because of the map, the 2 screens. It's great, or the PC version. And I have the original. Shout outs to Shamsa. She's old school, super elite ninja. She sent me this. I had it originally on the Super Nintendo back in the day, but I don't know what happened to it. I think my brother still my brother still has our original copy, but I have another one here. So I have a mint box Chrono Trigger that has all the inserts and everything. It's pretty much almost like new for what you can do for a box at least. So I have that, and I love it so much. It's my favorite game of all time, and it's so good. It's so good. Yeah, it's a mint Chrono Trigger. It's a mint Chrono Trigger. What sets Chrono Trigger apart from other RPGs for you? What sets it apart is the music, the story, the characters, the dual text, the triple text. It all just comes together. It vibes. The story flow, the story itself, the graphics. Man, everything is just so great. It's just so good. It's legendary. There might be a little bit of nostalgia tied to it, but I've talked to people that have never played Chrono Trigger, grew up, newer, like were born in the late 90s or early 2000s. And they played Chrono Trigger and they thought that it was phenomenal. And they've played newer RPGs too. So Chrono Trigger is just special. There's just nothing else like it. To me, it's like Michael Jordan. Like, you can have players that come around that have the athleticism or have they're as tall, or they can shoot, they can stick out their tongue, they can dunk too, but there's just something about Michael Jordan that was Michael Jordan. That is just his style, his grace, how he moved on the basketball court. Nobody looks like Michael Jordan. Like, the closest thing is Kobe, right? Kobe's probably, and like Kobe still doesn't quite look like Michael Jordan. It's close, but not quite there. So that's what Chrono Trigger is. Like, yeah, there's plenty of other RPGs that have come out, been bigger, that have, faster than Michael Jordan, stronger than Michael Jordan, could maybe shoot better threes than him, but they weren't him. They weren't him, and that's kind of how Chrono Trigger is. It's just unique game, Your first time ever hearing about Chrono Trigger? What? Oh my goodness. Uncultured. No, I'm joking. Yeah, dude, Chrono Trigger was made by like the Dream Team. You got Akira Toriyama, you know what I'm saying? You got Nobuo Uematsu, you got Hironobu Sakaguchi. You got like all like you got the guys, like the main guys, like the Dream Team. You got obviously the art was from like, obviously Dragon Quest, Dragon Ball Z, Nobuo Uematsu music. He was Final Fantasy, and of course Hironobu Sakaguchi, Final Fantasy creator. So it was the ultimate team. It was like the Triforce. It was like, the Olympic Dream Team. It was the best of the best in RPG development and RPG or anime, RPG, music, all coming together. And even Square Enix's talent, Yasunori Mitsuda from Xenoblade music fame, he was on that staff. There is so many veterans and incredible people that were on that staff, for Chrono Trigger, that created this crazy game, that was just one of the most expensive games at the time. And listen, when Chrono Trigger, when it came out, that game was $80. It was $80 in most places. $80 in 1995. $80. So inflation, yeah, it's an expensive game. Most places had it around $70 to $90, but 80 would seem to be like the median price here in the US. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, Steam version's fine. If you want to check it out on the cheap, you don't want to worry about dropping you know, $1,500 for a mint copy or $100 or so for a loose copy of on the Super Nintendo, or obviously the DS will, a new copy will probably run you like 100 something, 200, or a loose copy will run you like 60 bucks, 50, 60 bucks. But you might be able to get a loose copy with no box or anything for cheaper than that if you want to play on the DS or 3DS. Or you can just do emulation if you want, whatever, either way. But for me, the PC version's cool. I have it. It pretty much adds all the stuff from like it has like the anime cutscenes. It has all that, doesn't it? And then it has like the DS monster stuff. So it pretty much has most of it. And then it also has a couple other quality of life and some stuff on top of that. So yeah. Chrono Cross is a completely different type of game. All right, Chrono Cross is completely different. It doesn't play anything like Chrono Trigger. Why was there so much misinformation on Switch 2? It's almost like the entire gaming industry wants Switch to fail. Well, I mean, we're in an echo chamber. Most people outside of the echo chamber, they see what it is. It's a follow-up to Switch. They're excited. They're going to buy Mario Kart, you know? So they're going to get the bundle. So, the reason why there's a lot of misinformation on Switch 2, that people, because like there's people that are intentionally spreading it, one, but then there's also people that just don't want to research. They want to be first to get up information or first to say things. So, and the problem is that anybody with an account can talk. So I think that's the reason why that there's so much, because you have a lot of people that are just trying to get information up quickly, or don't feel like researching. Like there's a lot of people that are just kind of dumb, don't feel like researching at all. So that's the reason why. So yeah. People are forever mad that they can't play Nintendo games on their platform of choice. Yeah, I mean, if Nintendo announced games, if Nintendo announced like the Switch 2 and games are coming to all the other systems, I think there'll probably be less misinformation. Probably be a lot less misinformation on that end. So yeah, but it's all cleared up. I mean, most of the people kind of understand what's going on right now, you know. So yeah. Let's see here. I got mine on DS Retro Shop. I was a college kid, no clue what it was. Just gushing about it and telling them to get it at first time. I think it was 30. I think. Nice. Yeah. It actually launched at $39.99. Like the price was $40 for the game, and then you could get it for like $20. Like a lot of times you can get it brand new for like $20 or $30. Like it went on sale a lot. Like back when it came out, because it came out when I was in college. It came out at the very tail end. I had pretty much almost already graduated. I think it was 2009 when it came out on the DS. And I remember it just being cheap, you know, and then, like, you know, it didn't sell as great as Square Enix would have wanted, so yeah. 7 Deuces also go Knicks, what a win. Yeah, I bet, like I said, I bet Argentina's going nuts. Yes, I like Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud's really good. I wish that series would come back at some point, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen with it. Yeah, I think Takahashi might have worked. I'm not sure if Takahashi worked on it or not. I'm not 100% sure. But I know that there are some staff members that might have. Not that bad, because I've paid $80 to $90 for an old slop worse than Chrono Trigger DS. Yeah, haven't we all? This isn't saying that people purposefully spread misinformation. Why would anyone want Switch 2 to fail? Game industry is better when PS, Xbox, Nintendo are thriving. Mario, because there are people that are just crazy. Like, legitimately, there are mental problem people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are people that want to see the world burn. You got to realize that. There are people that, like, legitimately have hate for things. And, like, when you get tribalistic into, like, liking your favorite system or whatever, you want to see everything come to your platform of choice. So there are people that are like that. You see it in all walks of life, too. You see it in basketball. You see it in, like, you know, sporting events. You see it in music, you see it in everything. There are people that are just crazy, and like the game industry has not a lot of people that are like that, but it has a select group that are just insane, and they're willing to spread misinformation, they're willing to lie, and also you can profit off of it. So if you don't like something and you can spread misinformation, or you can trick people into thinking what you're saying is real and you can make money off of it, so like grifting, stuff like that, they're gonna do it. And like we also see that too, but they're trying to sync it, but it's not going to work, right? Like, we saw the pre-orders and we saw everything. It's obviously not going to work. 7 deal with the $1.99 says Knicks with the wild dub. Chrono is the GOAT. OJCT, please. All right, I got you, brother. I got you. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger music. All right. Thank you so much for the $1.99, Mr. 7 deal. Appreciate that, my boy. Let's go. Let's go. Shout outs to glad the Knicks got the dub. Glad they got the dub. All right, quarters of time. This is a good track. This is a good track. Tribalism? Yeah, tribalism. Exactly. Exactly, tribalism. Don't forget Tetsuya Takahashi worked on Chrono Trigger for design and visual look. Okay, yeah, so there you go. You know, there you go. True, plus Sony is third party on PC now, basically, so Nintendo is the only holdout. Well, I mean, PC support is obviously a little bit different. It's not a console, but yeah, I guess, I mean, if we're talking about like on third party, and even, listen, Sony's even done one game on, you know, on Nintendo. They did Lego Horizon, so. Funny thing, even with missing info, people still buying Switch 2. Oh, like that guy Josie mentioned, genuinely believe Mario Kart World was 90. Yeah, exactly, because we all know what it is. The problem with misinformation is that misinformation only works if the product is completely like BS. Like, misinformation doesn't work if the product is actually good. Because all it will do, because like you see like a Switch, right? People know what Switch 1 is. You see what Switch 2 is. You know the name. And people say it's $90 for the games. It's this, it's all there. And then like you look at it yourself because it's so popular, and you research it. You Google search or you go to Nintendo's website, and Nintendo's been I'm pretty sure Nintendo's been breaking records for their website. And then they give you the right information. They give you exactly what it is. They give you, okay, here are the games. Here's what it is. Oh, okay, you get some updates. Okay, and then you get the right information. So I think that's what's happening. People will sit there, you know, like Moist Critical and these guys, they'll put out their videos, they'll sit there and complain and be angry and put misinformation combined with their opinion, right? Misinformation combined with their opinion. And then people actually go out there and look and research. Oh, snap, there's a new Kirby Air Riders game coming out. I like Kirby Air Riders on the GameCube. Or, oh, wow, there's a new Hyrule Warriors game coming out. Oh, okay, cool, new Donkey Kong, new Metroid. And then they don't give a crap. Like, you're not going to sacrifice your own happiness for some idiot that you don't know online. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's so weird to me. Unless you, like I said, you bow down and bend over for a YouTuber. I don't expect any of you guys to do that to me at all. Like, that's why I say, hey, look, man, you guys do your research. I'll let you know about a game, but don't take my word for it. You go look it up. You go see the gameplay. You go see, or go watch my review, whatever. See what you want. But, you know, most of the time, if people know what something is, Wii U, it was easy to spread the misinformation because the product was not appealing and it was confusing. But everyone knows what a Switch 2 is. Oh, it's a sequel to Switch 1. It's easy to understand. So then people do their own research. People say, okay, well, I like Switch 1. Let me take a look at Switch 2. Oh yeah, the games are kind of more, okay, Mario Kart is a bit more expensive. Oh, but wait a minute, hold up. There's a bundle for it. You're like, okay, well, maybe if it's $80 in the future, I won't buy the $80 game. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. DK 70, so okay, maybe a little bit more, but that's fine. Maybe I'll trade in a game or not. Like, people just make rational decisions. Like, okay, I can't afford this many games, but I can afford one game. I'll buy this. I'll enjoy it when I get free time to play. And now that, oh, wait a minute, hold up. There's backwards compatibility. Wait a minute, I don't have to upgrade everything. Everything's not a $20 or $10 upgrade. If I want to play my game on there, I can play my game on there. It's no big deal. I can play my backlog, you know, which a lot of these people, these grifters and these people aren't mentioning all the good stuff. They're just railing on everything that's bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, or everything they think that are bad. So when people actually do their research, they're like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. It's got backwards compatibility. I can play the new games in better frame. Like, I can play Metroid Prime at 4K 60 or 120 frames. Like, they start researching and seeing all the good stuff, and it balances out some other YouTuber that's probably going to get the system, by the way. So they're sitting here, they're talking about how terrible everything is and how they're going to buy the system themselves and enjoy it themselves while making money being angry. Just keep that in mind about YouTubers, guys. Remember, keep that in mind. A lot of them want this stuff, or they'll use the excuse of, it's for my job, right? Oh, it's for my job, so, you know, like, but you know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's for my job, while they're telling you, oh, it's trash, it's garbage, don't buy it. Well, they probably enjoy Mario Kart World and enjoy Metroid and enjoy, but they'll say, no, you guys don't buy a Switch 2, but probably on the deal. Well, you know, I gotta let you guys know. I gotta let you guys know that it's so bad. So yeah, man, that's kind of how it is with some of these people, bro. Oh man, So like I said before, but don't ever jeopardize your own happiness for anybody that says anything online, even if it comes to Xbox, right? Got a lot of people hating on Xbox, you know, saying that, oh, the system sucks, it's dead, don't buy it. Like, go do your research. Like, if you think Xbox Game Pass is cool, if you think the games that are coming to it cool and you'd like a subscription service, try it out yourself. You can do Xbox Game Pass, you can get an Xbox. I know it's a lot more expensive now, but maybe, you know, whatever. Maybe you try it out, or maybe you have one. Maybe it's something like a friend has, and you can say, hey, maybe I'll see what they have and check it out at their house, right? So for me, it's like, don't ever let a content creator completely screw you out of a good experience because they're angry, they're molding, especially multimillionaires. Dude, don't ever let a multimillionaire like grift you or convince you, especially a multimillionaire that's complaining about prices, that buys assault rifles and guns and whatever they want. Don't ever let somebody like that convince you one way or another. Like, you can listen to them and they're allowed to have their opinion, but don't ever let multimillionaire or guys worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, like I said, that spend their money on cars, guns, whatever they want, grift you about you know what I'm saying? Sit there and rage bait you about $10, because trust me, they don't care. Trust me, they don't care. They don't actually care. They don't actually care. So yeah, man. Let's see here. Stay rich by playing the audience like a fiddle. I mean, listen, it happens, bro. Let's see here. Everyone into gaming owns a Switch 1 by now. I mean, I wouldn't say everyone, but there's definitely a lot of people for sure. But once again, like I said, you guys do your own research, be your own person, do what you want, get what you want. If you think it looks lit, you buy it. If you don't think it looks good, if you agree with some of these other people, that's okay too. Everyone has their own opinion. Everyone, you know, buys their own stuff. I don't pocket watch. That's the thing. Like, I'm not a pocket watcher. You know, like, whatever you want to put your money into or whatever you want to spend on, that's on you. You know, we're all grown here. You get what you want to get. And I'm not worried about what other people got it, like what they do. Whatever you want to do is what you do. You work hard, or you work, or somebody gives it to you, or you get it however you get it. And that's not for anybody else to sit here and try to manipulate. If you think something looks good, pick it up. If you think Switch 2 looks good, don't let people online tell you that it's terrible or anything like that. If you think it looks lit, then enjoy it, you know? Because chances are they're probably going to buy the same thing too, or they're going to buy it at some point, and then they're going to make a video saying I was wrong, you know, like, so yeah. People trying to put down a Mario Kart World, people still excited. And like I said, there's and I think that's fair. Like we talked about this before, my party man. It's fair, but I mean, like, everybody still wants to play it, right? Like, everyone, regardless, it's like, oh well, I'll get the bundle. I'll trade in Mario Kart 8. Like, regardless, people still want to play the game. I think it's fair to criticize the price if you want to do that. That's fair, but everyone still wants to play it. But I said this once, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it a million times. I'm not gonna sit here and fake rage to you guys about something that legitimately I got for less, and even if I didn't, I still would have got it. Like, I'm a YouTuber. I'm a YouTuber. I get on here and I rant, and I'll get the money for the $10 for the game. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and act mad about it. And I'm not a multimillionaire like some of these people that are going raging and tell you how stupid everything is and being out angry. Like, some of these multimillionaires, by the way. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I'm not trying to pocket watch them in terms of what they spend or what they get upset about in terms of pricing or not, or whatever the case is. But I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm mad about something that I would have bought anyway. You guys see what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I criticized it too. I criticized it. But I'm not going to sit here and rage and not buy. People want, if they say, oh, if you don't sit there and rage and get angry and make videos, you're a shill. And it's like, no, I'm real. Because I would have bought it anyway. Even if I didn't create content and I saw the game and it was that much, I would have been like, damn, that's a lot. But I'm buying it anyway. Because that's what I did even before I created content. When the price went up to $60. It used to be $50. Went up to $60 for a lot of games. I bought it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Even before I became a content creator, when I could afford it, I'd get what I want. I let people one time, I let IGN influence what I buy, and they made me skip out on Lost Odyssey. And I told myself, when I finally played Lost Odyssey, I told myself I'll never let somebody, a freaking reviewer, especially for a JRPG, ever tell me a damn thing about what to buy. If something looks lit or cool, I'll pick it up. I'll do my proper research, and I'll never let IGN tell me what to get or not, especially with JRPGs. So that's where I kind of just said I'm done with, like, people online telling me things. Now, I'll do research and I'll look to see what people are saying, but I will do full research before I really commit to saying, okay, I'm going to get something or not, you know? So, because IGN said, like, oh, it's a boring JRPG. Like, they gave it an okay score, but they were not enthusiastic about it. And Lost Odyssey is quite possibly one of the finest games ever made. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is incredible. And, like, the gaming media did not treat it that way. So, yeah. I don't like that most pressure convince us they don't care. 120 hertz TV, I think 120 hertz is better than 60 hertz. I mean, 60 hertz is great, smooth enough. 60 hertz is fine, but yeah, 120 is better. Yeah. Exactly my point. We were all agreed on the price, but do people have the right to be excited if they want to? Yeah, you almost feel like sometimes like you can't even talk about it in a positive way. Like that's the reason why I don't on Twitter. If I say anything positive about Mario Kart, people will get angry. And I'm not posting based off the whims of people online, but I think once the game comes out and I actually have content to share, like stuff that I'm excited about, I will, and I won't care. I can just mute the thread, or I can just move on. Like, I don't care. I don't have to respond to everybody, you know? So yeah. Jose, is it true that there are 1.8 billion PC gamers? Yes, it's true. It's true. It's true yesterday. There might even be 2 billion PC gamers. Problem with these Switch 2 haters, especially the PC fan, was they generally thought they were the majority until the Switch 2 sold out. There's no way PC gamers thought they were a majority once they saw those Steam Deck sales. Like, there was no way. Because those Steam Deck sales just put them literally, like, rock bottom them. Stone Cold. They got hit with the Stone Cold Stunner because they all thought it was doing better than that. When they saw those PC sales, their whole freaking Steam OS flashed before them. Their whole Steam OS life. Their whole gaming life flashed before their eyes when they saw those Steam Deck sales. It was over after that. It was over after that. When I saw those sales, I was like, I don't want another... Because I've been having people come to my stream, tell me, oh, Switch 2, it's this, it's... The PC handhelds are taking over. Man, sit down. Like I said, it ain't nothing taking over. It's just a very niche audience of people that buy, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It is what it is, you know? Some of us can't afford 120 hertz 4K TV because it's too expensive. Don't get me wrong. I think 120 hertz is, most of us don't have that kind of money. I don't really think that the 120 hertz is that expensive. It depends on what TV you get, Sean. But I mean, you're fine with the 60 hertz. It's fine with 60. Yo, Cyber Taurus with the Ninja Peach.
Remind me again what the Steam Deck sales numbers are.
I think it's about 4 million, 3 to 4 million, somewhere in that range. That's what it's looking like. Maybe a little bit above that, but it's looking like right about that. So yeah, not looking too good. I mean, listen, compared to Switch, not looking too good. But I mean, obviously compared to other PC handhelds, sure, great. Cyber Taurus, let's go. Appreciate that. Even further beyond. Not looking too great, you know. I'm interested in seeing the day one or like the first month Switch sales, because you already know what's gonna happen, right? Oh my gosh, you already know what's gonna happen, bro. Cyber Taurus, see, that was sneaky. Yeah, he did that. You already know what's gonna happen. You already know the meltdowns that we're gonna see, man. You already know the meltdowns that we're gonna see. We're gonna see some people sitting there making excuses, all right? Making excuses. Just compare. Oh man, don't bring up the Wii U for some of these people. They turn into the Great Ape. Turn into damn Ozaru. You bring up Wii U. No! Turn into Vegeta Great Ape battle. Don't bring up Wii U around those. It's not the same. Freaking put a fake mood up there, bro. Turn into damn Great Ape Ozaru. Turn into damn Gohan, bro. Fighting against Piccolo. You bring up Wii. I did that one time. Bad mistake. They had PC guys coming in. Turn into damn Planet Vegeta. Legitimately turned into freaking killing machines. You mentioned that. How dare you? It's not the same. So yeah, we don't mention that around here. We don't mention that around here. That's over 9,000. Krista, I was reading the scouter levels, man. It was a crusty out of 9,000. Those people. The scouter said crusty as hell. I was like, what's the scouter say, party man? Serious question though. Whenever there's a sense someone said positive about Switch 2, people would call them Nintendo shows and say, yeah, anytime that you say anything positive, it's your show. Or if you point, the new thing now is pointing out hypocrisy. If you point out hypocrisy, you're also a shill. You're also defending. If you simply point out not opinionated hypocrisy, but actual hypocrisy. Like, you're now a shill for doing that as well, too. So it's there's just some people that are just angry, you know? Or just angry. Let's see, OJ, it's true that Switch 2 wants to steal my games. We need to mobilize and talk about that. Steal your games? Yes, mobilize and talk about it. They want to take them all. No, it's all good, Sean. You're okay with the TV that you have, man. There's nothing wrong with your TV. You don't have to justify your TV purchase. Your TV purchase is fine. You'll be okay. If your TV does 4K 60, right? So if you get Metroid Prime 4, for example, you can play that at 4K 60. You know? Let's see. Just finished the test. Wasn't your thoughts on Gears? What's your opinion? Yeah. I think it was something that was coming. You know, so yeah. OJ, Half-Life 3 will boost Steam Deck sales closer to Switch sales. Yeah, right. I think most people that play, I think you're joking, but most people that play Half-Life, they'll just probably, you know, play it on their, they'll just probably just play it on their, what's it called? Play it on their PC, right? But yeah, the whole situation, like with, what's it called? With Gears. Yeah, I mean, we knew that it was coming. Microsoft was going third party. You know, going more full third party, and that's exactly what happened. They're going more full third party. They're bringing out their games to other platforms as well. So yeah, just it was inevitable, right? It was gonna happen. We knew that it was gonna happen. The rumors kind of came out too. So yeah. If you guys haven't seen my recent video talking about some different stuff for the Switch launch, how it's gotten bigger, make sure you guys put that in your watch later. Check it out. I think it's a pretty cool video talking about some of the stuff like with the SD cards, micro express SD cards, and other things, other Nintendo Switch 2 news. So yeah. Just because why does RGT have Lenovo Legion Go looking Joy-Con? What does that mean? You think it's the start of a Marcus Phoenix collection? They want to make more money? I mean, yeah, they'll probably get the other ones out. They'll probably get Gears of War 2 and Gears of War 3. What's up, Gucci Dolphin? What is good? You mentioned the power of the Switch 2 being better than the Steam Deck. The power. Oh yeah, there's the grade 8 battle coming over here. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, yeah. There's the old school. I don't know if this is gonna get copyrighted though, so I'm gonna be careful. I don't think I'm not gonna play it because this stuff gets copyrighted like crazy. But yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Vegeta, what's the scale about his power level? Over 9,000! So good. Right. It's over 9,000! I remember when I first watched this, bro. I didn't think it was a meme. I was watching it on Cartoon Network, and it was just like, it was just a scene. It was just a scene, and I was like, oh snap, Goku's back. He's super strong. I'm like, oh yeah, he's gonna give him the 1-2. I was just thinking it was cool. I didn't know it turned into this whole meme, the over 9,000. Like, I really didn't think it would. We all just saw it as like, oh man, that was a crazy part in the show when Goku comes and he's all super powerful and all that, you know? Because like he was taking forever. This was before Dragon Ball Kai, right? This is before like where they cut out all the filler. Like back then it would take forever for like, you know, the Snake Way and all that type of stuff. Like all the filler episodes. So everyone was just excited to finally see Goku come through because we know he was super strong because he was training on King Kai's planet with all the gravity and all that, and it took him forever to get the Snake Way, right? Like months or whatever. Dude, he got back to Earth in like, what was it, like a day? Took him like a day to get back, so it was crazy. It was like so much more powerful. The excuse also, Valve never releases Steam Deck sales, so sales don't matter. I guess Valve is somewhat smart on not releasing actual sales numbers. Yeah, that's a smart thing. It's over 9,000. So yeah. Nothing but clickbait negative Switch 2 vids. I mean, I think that there's positive vids and there's negative vids to make. You know, when it comes to Switch 2, there's good and there's bad. You know, like my vids, I don't really go for like a negative vid for like, I don't go negative vids on Microsoft. I don't really make negative vids. Like I've done that before where I've made negative vids on all the companies, right? But I don't really go for like negative vids. I just kind of go for like more information and just like what I actually think, you know? So
what's the scouter say about Mario Kart World's power to disrupt the internet? It's over 9,000.
Yeah.
Over 9,000?
It's over 9,000. It's over 9,000. Shout out to Charge Up with the $5 as well. This is good old Ocean Dub. Brian jumping as Vegeta's legendary. Oh yeah, it's so good. It's so good, man. It's so good. But yeah, I mean, my vids, like, people will call you shill if you don't sit there and complain and be angry and all of that about Switch 2. But I complain about stuff that I feel is right to complain about, or I feel that I need to complain about. Like, I don't make vids to be angry or upset about things if I'm not actually angry or upset about stuff. Like, with YouTube and content creation, one thing that people like to do is that they like to seem like, oh, I don't want people to think that I'm shilling or that I'm fanboy or I'm this or I'm that, so I'm going to say this. They might not care about it, but they're going to say this just because. That is a very, very common and I would say accepted thing on YouTube, because a lot of the people that are angry or upset or whatever or negative, they're gonna buy a lot of the things that they're talking about negatively, but it's because it's their job, right? So for me, I'll point it out, but I'm not gonna be overly upset or angry or negative on something that I don't feel is like, I don't care. Now, if you wanna be upset about it, that's fine. Like the Mario Kart thing, like I made my video on that, but the Switch 2, in terms of like the system itself, there's not a lot of things to be overly negative about. All the things that we complained about on Switch 1 are getting fixed here with Switch 2. The graphics, the performance, the frame rates, the build quality, the Joy-Cons, everything is a bump up, stuff that we complained about. Now, if they didn't address those concerns, then I probably would have made more negative videos. But you can go back in the past and look at the negative videos that I did make in terms of certain things on Switch 1. A lot of that has been addressed with Switch 2, so I don't really have a ton of negative things to say right now, outside of the Mario Kart thing. The Mario Kart thing was pretty much the only thing. Outside of that, there really isn't anything too much, and that's my honest opinion. That's my, I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna pull wool over you guys' eyes. I'm not saying RGT's doing that, but I'm not gonna pull wool over you guys' eyes to be angry to seem balanced. That's why I get called shill and fanboy a million times, despite me I don't crap on Microsoft and Sony all day. I have their systems. I don't play Xbox, I'll be honest. I don't play Xbox much, but I play my PlayStation all the time. I don't crap on PlayStation all day. I'm not a fanboy where I don't do all that crap. I don't console war on Twitter all day. Like, I don't do that. But I'll get called that a million times because I'm not sitting here crying like a baby, excuse my French, crying like a baby about every single thing, you know? Because that's just, like I said, it's just a lie. It's a cope. It's not for me, because I don't think that. Now, if there's something that I think, then I'll say it. But I'm being honest with you guys, and that's why I invite anybody here. I invite anybody that says stuff to me on Twitter or that says and calls me bootlicker. I said, you guys are all invited. I've invited these people and none of them come through, because it takes 2 seconds to take all of their narratives about me and absolutely shatter them to oblivion. It wouldn't even stand up. It wouldn't even stand up. Wait a minute. A shill and a fanboy that plays his PlayStation 5 more than his Switch? A shill and a fanboy that doesn't bash Microsoft and Sony all day? A shill and a fanboy that doesn't care about that? I don't care. I want to see all the systems do well. That's stupid. That's not what it is. If you look at the shills and the fanboys, those guys are crazy what they do for their championing for their systems. But people online, they want to have a reason to be upset and hate you, or they want to have a reason to be mad. And anybody that's not sitting here crazy and butthurt making videos, all of a sudden you're a shill, you know? And it's like, no, I'll talk about what I'm upset about. And if I'm not, then I'm fine. I'm not going to sit here, like I said, and lie to you guys about what I'm upset about for YouTube views. Like, I can be incredibly more negative and get a ton more views, but I don't care. Like, same thing like with the $70 games. I don't care. People say, oh, make videos, be angry, upset. No, I did not. I did not make a bunch of videos about $70 games being angry and upset. You know why? Because I felt like, hey, look, if I'm going to buy it, I'm going to buy it. If I'm not, then I'm not. I did not care. Now, I did make a video about the physical games thing, like with the with the PlayStation 5 Pro, it's a premium system for $700 and you're not getting the disc drive. I mean, come on, you should at least get a disc drive to play your games, you know. So I did make a video about that kind of being scammy, you know, but at the end of the day, that doesn't mean I didn't want to maybe check it out, you know. I just felt like it's kind of scammy, you know, like why can't they include that? But I didn't tell anybody else to not get one, and I didn't call anybody a name or names for, you know, saying that the PS5 Pro was great. I didn't say a damn word to anybody about that. Like, there were other people online that I saw on Twitter, some of my mutuals, that were hyping up the PS5 Pro and saying that it is worth it. And I didn't go there and call them names. I didn't say that you guys are shills or fanboys for saying that it's a good value. No, I didn't do any of that. I'm like, okay, that's their opinion. They're allowed to have that opinion. They're allowed to like the system. If they want to defend it, that's their opinion. They can defend it. That's what they want to do. That's fine. It's no big deal. That's what they like it. The PS5 Pro, there's plenty of good value, you know, in that. So for people that only buy digital, or if you don't care about buying a disc drive, you know. So people online are just crazy, you know. They're just crazy. Focusing on what excites you is the noble path. Yeah, I'm focused on what what's exciting. Like I said, if there's something that I feel like there's a problem, then that's fine. But I'm not gonna sit here and fake rage about stuff. Like, it's just not gonna happen. Like I said, I've done it before, and trust me, you don't feel good afterwards. I mean, maybe you feel good with the YouTube check hits, but you don't feel like you're making great content, in my opinion. Now, if you truly are upset or truly are angry, and a lot of these people might be truly angry or upset, then that's fine. Then they're doing it, they're following their heart. But for me, I'm not gonna wake up every single day and be upset about something that's stupid, or that I'm gonna buy anyway. Like, that's the word. Like, if I'm not gonna wake up and be like crazy about stuff that I'm gonna get anyway, I'm not gonna make multiple, you know, like, oh my god, I'm gonna be angry all month, you know, or something like that. Like, one video, maybe two, and then like that's that. Like, that's it, you know. Let's see here. It says OJ, you want to ignore? Guys, listen, trust me. I'm not like, I don't freak out over people saying stuff to me or whatever. Like, I ignore a lot of stuff. Trust me, I'm good. Let's see here. Something has me bothered. Nothing has me bothered. This is my stream, Jason, so I'm not bothered at all or anything. I'm just saying I think it's stupid when people sit here and fake stuff online. That's all. So yeah, you just realize you're just one of these people online. You just hold different opinions. What does that even mean? Yes, I'm a content creator online. Yes. What does that mean though? David says dudes be raging like Eminem's character from The Wash. Shout out to David. Oh man, Switch 2 has way more specs and features than I was expecting. I'm happy. Yeah, it's good, and I'm gonna talk about that's good. The stuff that's not good, then I'm say that it's not good. You know. As I mentioned already, some people even try to act almighty and think you aren't worth debating. Right. Aren't worth debating. That's complete cap. Unless they got way more subs than me and stuff like that. That's complete cap. That's complete cap. It's scared to debate. Like, listen, I know people that are scared. Anybody that I've called out for a debate and they haven't responded or didn't, they're scared. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Listen, guys, I get it. You know, some of these people. I speak intelligently. I'm eloquent in how I do it. And I'm multifaceted. I'm gonna come at you with stats, numbers, and facts. That scares the hell out of console warriors and psychos and crazy people online. That scares them. And I know it does. It would scare me. The reason why I offer to debate some people, is because they're stupid. And I know that they're stupid because they put misinformation in a lot of their videos, and they sell that to people. So they're dumb, and I know that they're dumb, you know? So I don't have a problem destroying their point. It won't be hard to destroy their points. I'm not stupid. So I offer, as a goodwill, I offer to say, hey, let's hash out our differences. Let's come through, let's debate, let's discuss, and we can come to a common ground, or we can discuss things. And a lot of them don't want to because they know that they would get destroyed. Like, that's just how it is, and that's fine. If I was them, I wouldn't go either. Honestly, if I was them, I wouldn't go either. I would just stay sitting there talking to your audience, saying whatever you want, because you can sound way better when you won't give someone the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sound way better. If you don't ever give someone the opportunity to dispute what you said or to go head to head with you, you can keep the facade up to your users that, oh, what I said was right. If you ever give someone that's clearly more intelligent than you, the opportunity to dispute what you said man to man, that's going to make you look weak. So of course they're going to not do it. So yeah. So of course you're not. Of course they're not. So, yeah. Yeah, Jason, I don't know what you're talking about, man, but I mean, like, once again, I've offered for you too, and you're too scared to come on. So, I mean, if you're talking about both of us looking like a clown, I mean, you've not made a single good point since you said anything here. Like, you've got 0 good points. So, I don't know, man. If you're talking about who's a clown, if you want to start saying stuff like that, you might want to look at yourself, because you talk a lot for someone who's too damn scared to simply was offered money and was too scared to even come through. So don't talk about somebody looking like both looking like clowns. You look like a clown. You know what I'm saying? Because you won't even come through and talk civilly, and it wouldn't be anything. You have a lot to say in the chat, but you got nothing that you can talk to man to man. I don't know how you were raised, but I was raised that if you got an issue with someone, especially if you're going to be this persistent, that you at least give them the offer to talk man to man and not through a chat. But I mean, I get it. You're just a chatter. You're not anyone that has any actual legitimate, like, good points. You just have stuff that you're gonna backhanded compliments and stuff, or backhanded comments in the chat, and that's fine, you know. But like I said, I was raised like this. If you're willing to sit there and talk about someone and speak about and say, call them a clown and say who looks like a clown, you should at least be mad enough to talk to them man to man and at least prove that. And you haven't done that, man. So like I said, I'd be careful about saying stuff like that, fam. All right, I'd be careful about saying stuff like that, because, like I said, if you're willing to call somebody that, then you should be willing to talk to them man to man and not through a chat, not through a text chat, you know. If you really think I'm a clown. But like I said before, no offense, Jason, no offense, you know, no offense, but I'm much more intelligent than you are when it comes to stuff like this. And when it comes to gaming, I've just been doing it way longer. So if I were you, I would stay in the chat as well. I wouldn't jump on the voice chat either, because you already know what would happen. You already know. So it's okay. So just stay in the chat, but just try to chill on the stuff in terms of like calling the clown, stuff like that. Try to chill on that. If you're not willing to come through and talk, don't be sitting here and saying stuff like that in my chat. All right, fam? Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Bro, you were last year doing this too. What's the point? That's what I'm saying. Like, exactly. What's the point? If you're really that set on calling someone out like that, then at least be mad enough to talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you're gonna say that, oh, I don't know who's the clown. Okay, well then come prove it, since you're so smart. You know, like, come prove it. Like, and I'm giving you an opportunity and a chance to. And like I said, if this was your own stream and somebody came out and said that to you, I think you'd be like, wait a minute, hold up. Then come through and talk to me. Then come prove that I'm a clown. I don't think you can. So. You can try, though. Feel free. Let's see here. Why is the chat so rude? It's not the whole chat. It's just that one guy. Let's see. They never say it, but they can. But you can tell their attitude is just that. The dodge and pretend you aren't. Dodge and pretend you aren't worth it. I'm here. I'm here. I'll always be here. I'm here. So once again, my dad and my parents taught me, hey, look, if you got an issue with someone, you can always talk to them man to man and get it sorted out and figure it out, regardless of whatever industry or whatever you're in. That's why I offer people, I offer people the ability, if they got an issue, come through. We can probably come to common ground. Unless you're really stupid, then we probably won't, because then, like that Grifter guy, like, yeah, we can't come to common ground with him because, he, that guy's crazy, but for most people, you can usually come to common ground with most anybody that's like even just like marginally intelligent. Like, it won't be like a yell screaming match or anything like that in terms of stuff. So like most of the time you can come to common ground. You can say, hey, look, man, we had a good conversation, this is how I feel, this is how you feel, cool, it's all good, and we can move on, and that'll be the end of it with any real man. But I mean, like, a lot of people that are, like I said, are fake, or they're grifting for their audience, they're not gonna come through, they're not gonna pull up, so it's okay. So yeah. So it's all good. So how about the Knicks? How about them Knicks, man? How about them Knicks? Let's go. It's all good, man. It's all good, Jason. Just as long as we're clear on in terms of like name, like that type of stuff. Just as long as we're clear on that. So yeah. You gave the coward so many chances, even after what they called you. Like I said, he's not going to, and that's okay. When it comes down to anything that I say on this stream, or anything that I say when it comes to gaming, like, honestly, most of it, it's gaming. It's not that big of a deal. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not, like I said, at the end of the day, what are we talking about? We're talking about pieces of plastic. We're talking about games. We're talking about, it's not like life-changing stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's anything. It's not like it's, you know, like war and it's things like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just video games at the end of the day. But once again, there are people that are on here that take a lot of things insanely personal, you know, that take things and feel the need to be so angry and upset over video games. And then also feel, the one thing that I've noticed about people online, excuse me, is that they feel the need that they need to money manage you. Like I said, the pocket watching stuff. It's like, they feel the need to money manage. They feel the need that they're superior to you. Some of these people probably don't even have much in their account or whatever the case is, but they're sitting there trying to tell you what you should buy, what you should sell, what you should do, what you should do. And it's just weird. And like I said, it's just super weird. And I don't think I've ever done that to anybody, another peer of mine or anybody online. I think to me, that's probably like the highest sign of unintelligence. It's like, why are you worried about somebody that lives probably hundreds or thousands of miles away from you about what they're doing with their money or what thought? They didn't ask you for any type of any, like, why are you worried about what they're doing? Like what they're buying or what they're selling or what they're this or what they're that. Like it's such a stupid thing to be worried about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know them. You don't know their money situation. You don't know what they're going through. You don't know anything. Why are you worried? And I see that all the time online. I see that all the time online where people try to sit there and try to dictate for people. So you're wasting it. It's not a waste if this person does not care. They want to get something. Why are you worried about what they are getting? And like I said, unless you claim them on your taxes, there should be no reason why you are salty, mad, sad, blah, 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 telling about something that you don't even know personally and what they're buying or what they're not, you know? So I think that's the problem. So yeah, man. It's all good. Like I said, it's all good. If I'm passive aggressive, there's a reason why. So I'll say that. If that's the case, then there's a reason why, because there's something that's being said that I feel is being said that's passive aggressive or that's like I said, backhanded to me. So if it's respectful and it's upfront, then I'll be respectful and upfront as well. If it's backhanded or if it's passive aggressive, if I get that, then I'll give it back to you. You know what I'm saying? So it's plain and simple. That's how I feel. You know, that's how I feel. You can like it or not. It's up to you. You know, he's pulling the mental gymnastics won't work. When people say you're being passive aggressive or you're being that never works on me. That never works on me, because I'm only like that if somebody starts that first. If somebody's cool and disagrees, I'll be cool and be like, okay, yeah, no problem. Here's what I feel, right? I'll be like this. I'll be like, but if someone wants to be, like I said, backhanded towards me, I can sense that. I'm a communication major. I know I know all forms of text chat, verbal chat. I've been on the internet for a long time. So if someone's being backhanded towards me or being passive aggressive, I'll give it a little bit back, you know? I don't like the whole playing victim thing. I think that's silly. So yeah. All right, Jason. Have a nice night, buddy. Have a nice night, man. I think we're good. I don't think there's anything else that you need to say here tonight, buddy. All right. How about 30? 30's fine. Have a nice night, man. I hear you, brother. See you next time, okay? Take a nap. Let's see here. Mental gymnastics equals more limber. I didn't ban him. I just timed him out. Because like, there's nothing that he's gonna sit here. Like, we're not gonna come to any. Obviously, he's going to say what he has to say. I heard what he says. He heard what I say. There ain't really no more going back and forth. You can just cut it off. You can just leave it right now. You know what I'm saying? so yeah. Let's see here. Oh, they want the self-satisfaction of reaction from you. I think some do. But I think, like I said, the problem is that in some scenarios, when they get that and then they get backlash for that, or their fans see through their own nonsense, you know. So I think that's what's happened a couple of times where somebody calls me out that's a bigger or somebody like that, and I'm like, okay, well, here's the situation, or here's what I said, or here's what it is, and then that gets them gagged. They sit there and they have to make up excuses why they don't want to do this or don't do that, or they got to sit there and, like I said, talk on their stream. They're too scared to actually discuss things man to man. So that tells me everything that I need to know about some of these people. But once again, it's not like it's a lot. It's just like I said, it's few people, and it doesn't matter who you are. You can be me, you can be Spawnwave, you can be RGT, you can be Dreamcast guy, you can be, I mean, everyone. You haven't went through the rite of passage on YouTube if you haven't been called out by somebody. Like, that's like the normal thing to do. But once again, it's irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. Like, you get called out, so what? Like, we're still here. I'm still streaming. I'm still making my videos. People are still watching. Like, it doesn't really matter. You can be called out a million times. Like, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. It's YouTube. So there's also like a air of, I would say, unwritten rules. It's like, yeah, somebody says something, oh well, you know, like you can respond if you want to, but you don't have to, and things are gonna be fine. But most of the time when people say something about me, it's usually something stupid. It's like, it's something stupid. Like, it's something like they're mad at something that I said that wasn't even that big of a deal. Like, it's like, look at the stuff that's being said. Like the Steam Deck video. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Or look at the, you know, anything else. Like, oh, I don't play games. Like, yeah, of course I play games. You know, of course I have plenty of reviews. I have my own footage. I show you guys all this. I show you guys my save files. Like, of course I play. So it's always stuff that's like dumb or easily disproven or like, you know, whatever, you know, it's like, or not relevant, not important in the grand scheme of things, right? Like, not important. It's like, who cares if he doesn't like this game? I think one time somebody said, what did they say? They said they got mad because I said that I'll pay $60 for 2D platformers. It's like, who cares if I think 2D platformers are worth $60? Yeah, if I think the game is good, it'll be worth $60 for me. If I think like New Super Mario Bros. Or sorry, Mario Bros. Wonder, that's worth $60 to me. It's a 2D platformer. Like, people get, somebody got mad at that or something. It's like, okay, who cares? Like, that's not anything to get really salty or upset about. People are like crazy, you know? So yeah. So yeah, from Gambit, Wolverine, Deadpool. I know it became a meme, but I watched the movie. Yeah. I'm about to make a name for myself. Oh yeah, I know it's from that movie. Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. So, but it's all good. It's all good. You know, it is what it is. And one of the cool things about this channel, and one of the cool things about overall, like I said, I'm gonna give you guys it straight up. I'm gonna give you guys the truth. I'm going to give you guys straight up how I feel. Like, if I make a mistake, I'll call myself out. I'll be like, yo, I made a mistake on that one. I was wrong about that. If I'm right about something, I'll say that I'm right about something. If I feel something's hypocrisy, I'll say and I'll explain exactly what it is or exactly the situation. Like, it's straight up. And that's, like I said, that's why I don't have a lot of debate takers. Because the one thing that you do, like, if you're going to debate against someone, you study what they say. You study how they act. You study a little bit about them, and then you see where you can exploit that. The issue is that many people that have said stuff, they have so many weaknesses and so many false arguments and so many bad, and they know this too. Like, they know what they're saying is weird, or it's like weirdish, right? So that's the reason why they won't pull up or they won't come through. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them, some of them that I've invited, they won't do it. It's like, they probably go look at my stream and hear what I say about it, or somebody clips it and send it to them. They're like, oh damn, like he actually, like, he knows what he's talking about when it comes to gaming. Like, oh man, he can recite things that happen. He can talk about different systems. He was there. I've been covering games for a long time. However you feel about me, the knowledge is there. Like, that's going to be a tough debate. So a lot of people are just like, oof, might not want to do that. I'll make myself look bad. Heck, there's been times where I don't know if somebody's invited me to a debate. And I've never declined one from anybody that's worth going to, at least. But nobody ever invites me, though. I never get invited. All people say stuff to me, but they'll never invite me. So, but I know why. Like, I know why that's the case. So yeah. Have you seen the ads for Royal Kingdom mobile game? They have LeBron, Kevin Hart, and Jimmy from DNL. It's crazy to spend that much on a boring mobile game. Yeah, they probably made a lot of money too, though. eShop is already getting ready for Switch 2. They're listing all the games there already. Yes, they are, which is pretty cool. So I saw your debate on RGT's second channel from a long time ago. Yeah, I kind of cooked Re-Res in that debate too. Well, at least more like this. Most of the stuff that I ended up saying ended up becoming true. I don't know, like I said, at the time it was like, okay, maybe like we have to wait and see. But a lot of the stuff was actually true, like that I said, you know, a lot of stuff ended up being true. So you kind of like looking back, he kind of got cooked a little bit, you know. So yeah. I do disagree with my tone. I think my tone was bad, though. I think that tone was bad. It should have been better on the tone. It should have been better. So I will agree that I should have had better tone, though. If I would have had better tone, it would have been perfect. It would have been. But the fact that my tone wasn't great was probably like my only regret from that one. So you're really young, like 10 years old. I was actually old then. I'm old now, so I was old back then too. Have you seen that? Oh, I already read that. My bad. Never thought the day you see Gears finally gets PlayStation have PvP, even if that's exciting. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty cool, Amir. Yeah, it's cool that Gears is coming over. It's cool that Gears is coming over. I'm not looking forward to playing it though. I'm not gonna go buy it because I've already played and beat the game. I have the game on 360. I played and beat it. I'm not really looking forward to playing Gears again, you know. So yeah. But it is what it is though. I'm excited for people that are excited for it. Like I'm excited for people that if you're excited for Gears on PlayStation, then yeah, I'm excited for you. You know, I'm excited for you for sure. Switch 2's about a month away. Yep, about a month away. Pre-ordered Daima Kakarot edition looks dope. Nice. Your tone was okay, in my opinion. Heck, Re-Rez's tone was awful at times, especially when he flipped out on Fire Emblem Warriors being on both new 3DS and Switch. Yeah, which ended up once again not even like nobody even bought the new Nintendo 3DS version. And once you know, and I'll say like it'll be fine, like because like everyone's gonna buy the Switch version because the Switch version is gonna be like the best version, like. That's going to be the version that everyone's going to want. The new Nintendo 3DS version is not going to be that great because it's the new Nintendo 3DS, one. And not that many people have the new Nintendo 3DS compared to the 3DS. Like, most people are going to see, like, oh, it's a new Nintendo 3DS only. Like, who wants to play a Warriors game on a new Nintendo 3DS? Nobody. Like, nobody's going to want to play that. So, yeah, and I was right. Obviously, Fire Emblem Warriors came out, sold over 1 million on the Switch. Did not sell anywhere near as good on the new Nintendo 3DS. So, I ended up being right, too. I think Gears is going to come to Switch too. I think it's going to come. I think they're going to announce it at like a direct or something like that. Has there ever been cross-play game that makes consoles fight each other almost like Splatfest style contests? No, not that I can recall. I'm not sure which third-party games I'm getting at launch. Maybe Cyberpunk. We'll see. Maybe Bravely Default Cyberpunk. Maybe something else. Street Fighter. We'll see. So yeah. But yeah, we are going to wrap it up here, guys. I want to say thank you so much to everybody that came out to tonight's stream, man. It was a crazy stream. Hit that like button, though, guys. We're almost at 200 likes, so if we can get over 200 likes, that would be awesome. So hit that like button if you have not hit that like button. And also check out my most recent video. It was a big one. 26,000 views plus. Let's go. So appreciate you guys watching today's video. So check that video out if you haven't seen it. There's the link right there. Big love to Cyber Taurus. He ended the stream as the Hokage Extreme Ninja. Shout out to you guys. 133 combo breaker. You guys give yourself some love. Hey, yo. Appreciate that, guys. Also, once again, it helps support the stream. So hit that like button. Watch the vids if you can, man. Like I said, you guys really showed up today. We're more like YouTube pushed the algorithm today. So I appreciate YouTube pushing the algorithm. For everybody that watched the video, thank you so much for watching the video about the launch. I'll have another video tomorrow. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'll have another video tomorrow morning. Should be fun. Talk about Switch 2 or talk about something. So yeah, it's going to be good. We should have a good week. I think I'm going to stream again tomorrow. I think I'm going to take Wednesday off. But then I'll stream again. I'll probably stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll stream tomorrow. So yeah, we'll do that. So, all right, guys. Love y'all so much. You guys are incredible. You guys are the GOATs. You guys are the best. You guys are awesome. I appreciate everybody that came out to tonight's stream. Like I said, watch my most recent video if you haven't seen it. Viewership's been good too, so thank you guys for the viewership. Rajiv, appreciate you guys. Shout out to Cyber Taurus. Justin, appreciate all you guys. Shout out to everybody, all the Elite Ninjas and members here as well. I got to show memberships more, guys. I got to show those dollar memberships more. I'll show them tomorrow. So if you're not a member, I'm going to force you to become one by tomorrow. So get ready to put your dollars in the pockets. No, I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. Shout outs, though. Shout outs to all the Elite Ninjas, though. Shout outs to everybody who's a member. Appreciate you guys so much. You guys help the streams and everything, so I appreciate that. And yeah, shout outs to everybody that's just here. If you just watch the streams, that also really, really, really helps out. So, appreciate all you guys. Cyber Taurus, Johnny, Mr. Black, Initial J. Thank you guys. Cam, 10,000 Noodles. Super Christian Miro, Monato Mario, Cyber Taurus, David B. Felipe. Let's see here. 10,000 Noodles. Russell Cunningham, all you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out tonight. Bruh, look at this. Yo, shout outs, man. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate that. Thank you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow. All right. Peace out, homies.